Notice vision changes? Don't wait. Talk to your eye doctor about GA today. Learn more at GAWon'tWait.com. That's GAWon'tWait.com.
Can I open it now?
I think you've waited long enough.
Yeah, go for it, kiddo.
I already have this baseball cap.
Not this one.
Look a little closer, sweetheart.
It's signed?
Yeah, buddy.
I can't believe it.
Do you still have that card all these years later? Do you have trading cards that's been sitting in a box for decades? Scottsdale Cards is who you want to call first. The Valley's card, comic book, and collectibles expert since 1989. Scottsdale Cards is your source to sell your trading cards and other collectibles, including those comic books you've been doing nothing with. We are always interested in buying your vintage sports cards and comic books, certified autographs, memorabilia, and collectibles. So what collectibles do you have stored away? They could be worth thousands. Call or text 480-419-2990. That's 480-419-2990. Or go to scottsdalecards.com. That's scottsdalecards.com. Or search Scottsdale Cards on your mobile phone today.
When life gets overwhelming, but you just don't feel like talking, help is only a text away. Trained and caring crisis specialists are available by text 24/7 to assist with suicidal thoughts, substance use issues, depression, anxiety, and more. You are never alone. When you need help, please text HOPE to 4HOPE. From anywhere in Arizona, text the word HOPE to 44673. This message is sponsored by Solari Crisis and Human Services.
Can I open it now?
I think you've waited long enough.
Yeah, go for it, kiddo.
I already have this baseball cap.
Not this one.
Look a little closer, sweetheart.
Signed?
Yeah, buddy.
I can't believe it.
Do you still have that card all these years later? Do you have trading cards that's been sitting in a box for decades? Scottsdale Cards is who you want to call first. The Valley's card, comic book, and collectibles expert since 1989. Scottsdale Cards is your source to sell your trading cards and other collectibles, including those comic books you've been doing nothing with. We are always interested in buying your vintage sports cards and comic books, certified autographs, memorabilia, and collectibles. So what collectibles do you have stored away? They could be worth thousands. Call or text 480-419-2990. That's 480-419-2990. Or go to scottsdalecards.com. That's scottsdalecards.com. Or search Scottsdale Cards on your mobile phone today.
KQFN AM Tempe, K257 CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM, K240 EU Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
Mornings are better with Wake Up Call with Tony and Ron. Weekday mornings on 1580 and 99.3, The Fanatic.
All right, people, settle down because it's time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it. All right, everybody, it's Wednesday here on the Daily Blender. I'm your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. Got Keon Rose in the control room, and you guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580, as we broadcast live in the Harman Solar Studios in Scottsdale. And I thought about something. What if I change the way I open the show every day to just insulting the audience? Every single one, a new insult. Like, hey, you slack-jawed son of a bitch. Here we go. You know, something like that. Hey, you mealy-mouthed mofos. Here we go. Hey, you substitute math teachers. Here we go. That kind of thing. Just every time a brand new insult.
I'm not sure that would work. No.
I feel like I've just been saying the same thing for forever
and you
without changing.
And you have.
Because
and
if I don't say it that way, people get weird. Like,
and,
hey, you didn't say it right.
Well, I mean, if they do that, then go ahead and insult them. But
I'm just saying, so maybe if I just change the way I do it to different every time, then you know, now you got something.
No. Come on now.
Will you have a better idea?
Yeah, just open it the way you always do. And if they
I'm bored with that.
If they insult you, then you go ahead and you lay down the law on them. You know what I mean?
This isn't about insulting them.
them.
I'm just saying, maybe we need a different sort of, just something new, something different.
Come on. Why? Why do we need something different? Why do we have to
Because I'm bored
change?
with it. That's why.
Why do we have to change all the time? There's
Because
always
I'm
something.
bored with it. Bored with it.
I don't know, Keon. I mean, Jeffrey, how many times? What's your routine in the morning?
That
You
is
get
none
up.
of your, none of your damn
You,
business.
you get up out of the bed. You go in there. You go tinkle. You brush your teeth. You come back out. You get your britches on. You go
I
downstairs.
got a very strong urine stream. I don't tinkle.
Well, okay.
I thunder.
Okay.
I thunder in the morning.
Perhaps you thunder. And you after you get
neighbors'
dressed,
car alarms go off.
Well, they're probably true. You do make a ruckus in the morning when you go pee. I mean, after that long night slumber, and then you go down to the kitchen there. You kiss the wife. You grab yourself a tea because I know you're not a coffee guy. Get yourself a tea, and kind of get things going. You do that every single day.
I don't do everything the same way every day. There's different variations because when you've got a crazy puppy, you never know what's going to happen. You never know. I'll be out in the backyard. Neighbors might think I'm burying somebody, but no, I'm filling in the holes that he has dug. And here's the recipe. When you fill up a hole that your puppy has dug, it's 3 parts dirt, 1 part poop. 3 parts dirt, 1 part poop. That way, if they go back to dig there again, they're like, "Oh God, there's poop in there," and then they just like go off and do something else.
Yeah.
Well, that works. He doesn't go back and dig the same hole. He digs a new hole. So I never know what I'm in for in the morning. My point is, I don't have like this boring routine in every part of my life. Just seems like when we open this show, it's the same thing every time.
You're telling me that it would refresh for you if you were able to somehow insult the audience.
Well, I mean,
right
that was one idea.
Piss everybody off right from the get-go.
Well, why? They probably enjoy it because some people might write down new ideas they have to use at work or at home.
Are you saying that our listeners are sadomasochists?
Not everybody, but some people.
So, Keon, are you coming out and saying that you are a sadomasochist?
I'm a sadomasochist trying to find clever new insults.
Look, there are some people in our audience
Keon, I would never have
insult
known
us every single day. So why couldn't it go the other way?
Yeah. Did you know, Jeffrey, that Keon was into S&M? I wouldn't have. I would have never.
I mean, the
guessed
signs are all there, Randy. I don't know why you're surprised.
Well, he does cower sometimes in the corner. Yeah,
I don't think that's how that works. I don't know why.
I have yet to
smell
see
of leather that turns you on a little bit. Does it?
Who doesn't get turned on by the smell of leather?
Well, I mean, if it's a baseball glove, I mean that kind of gets me going. But
so no, I mean, I'm just saying, if I just were suddenly to say, "All right, you snotty nosed maggots," or like, "Hey, you slimy blue secretions from a dead frog," I don't know, just something new.
Why would you want to do that?
If that's not working for us,
because if it's so absurd that it's not serious,
give me some new ideas then.
Well,
you guys give me some new ideas.
If you guys are, if you're starting a show out and you just start calling people slimy blue secretions
from a dead frog,
from some sort of amphibious dead amphibian, I mean, don't you think that people would be, off put by that? Don't you think they would? Maybe not like
maybe
that,
at first, but then they'd realize, oh, he does that every hour, and then they might start writing down good ones.
No.
Oh, I got to use that one later. I could make a difference in a lot of lives doing this.
Can't see that.
All right, okay, fine, bad idea. Fine.
I didn't hate it, but okay.
Hawk-faced tub of fly bait.
See,
welcome
you got
to the show.
You get it. But here's the thing: if not that, then something else. What do you got for me? Do you have any ideas? Because if neither of you have any ideas,
well, I mean,
that is at least one idea.
Ideas, maybe. No, I don't think that's a good idea at all.
I wasn't opposed to the first idea, so
you weren't opposed to instantly insulting our listening audience.
Well, if the insult is incredibly creative and so ludicrous that it's not,
let's
to be taken personally.
Let's hear one of these insults, Jeffrey. Go ahead and pretend it's the start of the show, and go ahead and do one of these.
You snaggletooth marmalade-soaked weirdos. Here we go. There you go. And see, that's how we start.
Marmalade soaked.
I don't know. Sometimes I'm just going to make up weird stuff. It's going to make people go, "What?"
It's absurd. That's why it's funny. I don't know.
And then there'll be some finer constructed ones.
I mean, I think now you've just alienated all of our snaggletooth listeners. Yeah, I'm sure that there's several out there that's got the snaggletooth going on, and that probably insulted them right away.
No, now they feel included.
But are they
I
marmalade
don't think
soaked?
that's
Yeah,
well.
Nobody's
listen,
marmalade soaked.
It's a very
Nobody.
specific insult.
0% of people listening are marmalade soaked right now.
Yeah, having lived the amount of time I've actually lived on this earth, I've been marmalade soaked on more than one occasion.
I don't believe you.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I got a
It's
couple
a
of
thing.
people, Pickle D and Big George, saying that I should give him the old Ron Burgundy. I don't know what that means. What do you mean by Ron Burgundy? Oh, he says just start the every show by saying "Go f yourself, Fourth Dimension," or "Go f yourself, Phoenix." Well,
See what
there's
I mean?
rules. There's rules, and I can't do that.
Yeah.
Not at least on this platform.
So I mean, Pickle D and Big George, what do you think about marmalade soaked snaggletooth?
Well, that was just one. I fired off a couple of pretty decent ones early on.
Well,
I'm not going to go back to them.
a
'cause
blue secretion from a dead.
It's like
frog.
jazz for me, to insult
mean, like-
people.
Little
Oh my God.
improvisation.
Insulting- Oh yeah. It just comes out of I don't know where, to be honest.
don't-
the
that's not
inspiration.
jazz.
It's just the Miles Davis of insults.
Oh,
Yeah, I'll
my
take
God.
that. I'll take that.
You know, Keon, don't feed into his.
Oh, he knows.
ideas
He's
here.
he's
Don't
been
do
here a
that.
while. He's paid attention. I
I
don't
still
hear
don't think this-
anybody giving me good ideas.
Well, how about hey, Fourth Dimension, miss you all evening, and welcome
No,
back
I don't.
to the show. It's good
Because I
to get back
don't.
together.
No,
again.
I'm not going to lie.
What?
I don't miss them all evening. I get done with this show and I'm in the wind, gone. I'm like at the end of the Kaiser Sose, like that. I am gone. So don't. I'm not sitting around
Yeah.
thinking, I wonder what the Fourth Dimension think. No, I'm not.
Well,
I'm
you don't
not.
actually have to do that to say it. I mean,
Pickle D says hashtag snaggletooth awareness. See, I'm making a difference.
we'll see now. Pickle D is offended. Obviously,
no,
Pickle D
he's
is a
included.
snaggletooth, marmalade-soaked individual.
It's a
He's
very
included.
specific situation that we've now brought attention to. You're welcome, America.
Yeah.
What do you mean? You're welcome, America, Keon.
We just
What-
brought snaggletooth awareness to
I
the
mean,
city
this-
of Phoenix.
This goes against everything I've ever learned about radio broadcasts.
So does this show.
Also,
Wait.
marmalade soaked
You
awareness.
know how many years we've been sitting here doing this show with all other sports
Listen,
show people here in the valley going, what in the hell is that? I
There's
don't
nothing
care
wrong.
what
Nothing
anybody
wrong with
thinks.
Being marmalade soaked, there is absolutely nothing wrong.
I'm going to get you
No.
a t-shirt that says marmalade soaked and proud of it. How's that?
Yeah. I think you should.
Mm-hmm. Heavy Metal Maniac says, you know what? Have some fun with that, Jeffrey. I'm all behind you on
You
that
didn't have
and all that
fun with it.
snaggletooth bastards.
what?
Yeah, he's pro snaggletooth bastards.
I'm telling you, this is not a good idea. I'm telling you, what's going to happen is you're going to start to piss off segments of our listening audience. And one of two things is going to happen. A, they're going to shut us off, which could be catastrophic.
Okay.
B, they're going to come down to CRC Broadcasting and somebody's going to break the front door and
Yeah.
look to kick our ass.
Bunch of it'll be easy to identify them because
Oh, look, it's a snaggletooth. Let's lock
People
the
in-
doors.
Have you ever
Need of
fought
dental help.
somebody with snaggle teeth?
well, you
They
don't
were
punch them with your
unafraid.
bare fist. No,
Well, that,
that's
I mean, that
that's
is
just
true.
a rookie mistake.
just
if you're
lock-
punching a snaggletooth,
That's just wrong.
Lock
no.
the doors and tell them through
No.
the door. You should
Yeah.
probably go see a dentist.
What you got to do is work the under chin. Work the under chin.
Yeah, you gotta
And
hit the
stay away
chin.
from the teeth.
yeah.
Yeah,
the chin or the cheek, not the mouth.
yeah, not the mouth.
Just saying. Let's see here. Pickle D says Christina Aguilera brought the marmalade soaked awareness back in the 90s. Okay, no, that's true.
Did she have
Lady
some sort of a
Marmalade.
song about
Yeah,
being,
Lady
soaked in
Marmalade. Lady Marmalade.
Well, she didn't
true.
actually do. I mean, that was a remake.
Well,
It was a-
whatever.
that was a remake.
You're just Mr.
Yeah.
Poo Poo Platter for one right now.
No,
you
I'm
are just
actually
poo
not.
poo
I
and
just
everything.
think- I think this is a horrible idea, and I'm
See,
I'm
Poo
sorry.
Poo Platter for one.
I cannot get on the bandwagon on this one.
Walter Mellon says, Jeffrey, if you don't start the shows with random insults daily, I might just stop listening. See, he wants it. Berg says, snaggletooth awareness. Are we talking about Donnie again?
Oh,
see,
no.
See now, see what you've started.
I've
See
met
what you
Donnie. I
started,
don't think
Jeffco.
he's.
No, I don't think we're talking about
Snaggletooth.
Donnie.
Let's see.
No, Donnie was awfully high last night.
Fifth letter says, that's it. I'm heading to the dentist to get my snaggle teeth fixed.
And
See, I've
there you
helped.
go.
I've helped. I've
See?
made a difference.
See,
I've
what do
made
you
a
mean?
difference.
What do you mean you've made a difference?
Well, now he's going to go get that fixed finally. That's great. That's great.
You mean
Big
by insulting somebody, you think they're going to fix their issues?
Yeah.
You cross-eyed lizard skin looking maggot.
Yeah,
And
now
now
somebody
you
is
think
going to
that's
go to
gonna
the
be pro-
dermatologist
Oh
or
my
to the
God.
eye doctor.
Mm.
Listen, we could do a lot of good with a little minor bullying. Big George says the snaggletooth thing is too wordy. Just get straight to the point and give the proverbial middle finger to the entire Valley of the Sun by saying, go F yourself, fourth dimension. Well, yeah, you already
Okay.
said that with the Ron Burgundy thing.
Well, the thing is, if you start the show that way, it'll be the last show you ever do. You just you just can't say it.
Yeah,
That
I mean,
is
well,
true.
no, I mean,
Yeah.
I can't
Yeah,
say the
no.
actual word.
No, not
That's
the actual
true.
word. I mean, you can say F, but if to me, if you can't say the actual word,
Yeah.
it
Doesn't
doesn't.
have
It doesn't.
enough.
Yeah, there's not enough-
Oompa.
Exactly.
You know, it doesn't have enough chutzpah with it.
Chief Skull says, afternoon, gentlemen of the raspberry butter drenched jalapeno and the eye guys. That was that was pretty good, Chief Skull. That wasn't bad. Just another face in the crowd says, I was always told better to be, I don't, actually, if I read half that, I can't read the other half of that. You would, seriously, you can say pissed off, but you can't say the other thing. The FCC gets mad if you say the other thing, where you say it's better to be pissed off than to be, you can't say the rest. It's against FCC. I know it's the dumbest
Something
thing.
on.
Yeah, you can't say it. You just can't. Blissful Hayes says, he's just talking about, okay, we're going to talk about that in a minute. And that was bullcrap, by the way. We are going to talk about the bullcrap that happened with the Phoenix Suns last night. But here's the thing. I am going to agree with everybody. That is a thing, and not even on purpose. It's just, I agree. You'll see. You'll see when we talk about the Suns game. We got better stuff to talk about than that. We're going to talk about the GCU game from last night first. Donnie says, when is the Blender Christmas party happening? At a time and date that you won't know about because you're not invited. Well, no, it's not a Blender Christmas party. It's the company party. We don't have a show party.
It's the CRC Broadcasting mega holiday party.
And we don't talk about it until after it's over. Then we talk about it.
Yeah.
Let's see. Baker's Cocky Hen says, you're asking for trouble. Locking the door? Locking the door. They will eat. They will eat through the locks with their snaggle teeth. You can't stop snaggle teeth. It's a good point, Baker's Cocky Hens. That's why I work from home.
I kind of give up at this point. I
Bite
try
Mike
to
Bob.
bring reason to the show, and wow.
Bite Mike Bob says, call them a bunch of urinal cake divers and just move on. See, that's another good one right there. Fifth letter says, I've once had a snaggletooth woman really tear me up. Oof, go toothless. All right. Mr. Pringle says, did the Suns play last night? Yeah, in like the last 3 quarters. Yeah. Walter Mellon says, Jeffrey, just replace the second part with R. Kelly. Yeah, I think we all know where that was going. I think we got that.
Yeah.
Baker's Cocky Hen says, Notre Dame colored showers are frowned upon by the FCC. Yes. And then now you're just getting weirder. Yeah. All right. So can we get to last night's GCU game? Now, last night's GCU game, that was something. My gosh, we had a pretty good feeling about GCU's chances against San Diego State. 25th ranked San Diego State got to the finals last year. San Diego State, and they showed up and they got a face full of havoc because Grand Canyon University was more than up to the task, and it wasn't like an absolute blowout by any means, but it was a hell of a game. I mean,
they were
think
up by double digits twice.
Yeah, I think they did most of their winning in the first half. But Keon, tell us all about last night's game because that was a special game.
Well, yeah, it was, and it started early. I mean, it was pretty early in the game where they were going, very heavyweight fight, just punches back and forth. And then to close out the first half, GCU goes on a run. I think it was like a 7-0 run to close out the first half. And next thing you know, they're up, and you could hear it on the call with Michael Potter. You could hear the havoc going crazy. Like they smelled blood in the water. They knew they had a chance to take this team out. By the way, the first top 25 victory for GCU ever.
That's
first time they've ever.
Surprising, actually. They've been to the big dance a couple of different times since this new coach shows up. But
they hadn't won.
Am surprised that they hadn't beat anybody over 25.
Yeah, I mean, to get to the big dance, they won the WAC. That's what they had to do. They won their conference. The conference, they had great seeding going into the tournament the first time, and then ran through the tournament, and then they dealt with a bunch of injuries last year, and they were able to, despite the injuries, basically ride the hot hand of Ray Harrison all the way to a tournament victory. They had to win 4 games in 5 nights or something like that, won it, and they got there. But this is a team that's different than those previous GCU teams. There are people who are saying this is the best GCU team ever. And last night,
that's exciting.
I don't think that they did anything to disprove that. They looked good. Tyon Grant Foster really showed up in that game, especially in the first half. And then he also had a run in the second half where dude just could not miss. It was just him and Colin Moore just could not miss. And they started to run away with it. Then San Diego State, because they've been here before, they know how to play this way. They got themselves back into the game. And then GCU put the pedal down and just pulled away. And San Diego State made it close at the very end when, you had the minute and 50 seconds left and they're playing the fouling game, trying to see if they can get you to. Yeah, no, I absolutely hate it. And it is a little nerve wracking. But GCU never faltered, wavered, missed a step. They made all of the right plays and they were making their shots and playing good defense. And it was just a very good effort from a GCU squad that was going up against a really tough San Diego State defense. They're known for that. And this is a game that could not have happened because you were asking yesterday, how is this game happening? The San Diego State newspaper is asking, how is this happening? Because they had a home and home series where 2019 was when they played in San Diego State. And then you're supposed to play the second game, on the other team's court. But a lot of these programs, when they find out, I'm top 25 ranked and it's going to be kind of a disadvantage to go to GCU and play there, they just buy out the game and just don't go. But I give a lot of credit to San Diego State for showing up, for playing. Brian Dutcher, he said it, will play anybody, anywhere, anytime, not afraid of GCU. And it worked out in GCU's favor because now they get to have a massive victory that's going to help them in the seeding in the tournament.
Well, let me ask you, so San Diego State probably not ranked anymore after last night's game.
Probably not. No.
GCU may be ranked.
I think that if they keep rolling, I mean,
so they don't automatically just I'll take that 25, thank you. They don't automatically just sort of take over the ranking because you had similar records for both teams.
Is ranked in the top 60 right now. So they were around 57, 56, somewhere there. So yeah, they would jump up a lot, but it wouldn't be enough for you to jump into the top 25 because there's still a whole bunch of teams. We only care about the top 25, so they stop there, but there are actually other teams below that. So GCU would have to do a bit of climbing to get up to that point.
Well, I feel like they better get some votes for this, that's for sure. But yeah, that was just exciting and great to see. Coach Drew's doing a good job of not just coaching these guys up, but also working the talent, all the way around. This really sets up for an exciting season. Now, Grand Canyon does have the one loss. They lost in that tournament. And I
South
wonder
Carolina.
About that. So, was that a troubling thing or was that just an early season, getting it figured out and shaking it off kind of thing? Because, you just whooped San Diego State. I'm just trying to figure out how did we lose that other game?
Well, you lost the other game because that's a really good team. I mean, South Carolina is undefeated still. So you lost that game. And by the way, it was a close game. It was 75 South Carolina, 68 GCU. So it's not like they got blown out by a team that's playing in the SEC. The SEC is a pretty tough basketball conference these days. And they lost by 7. that loss is going to age well because especially in the with the WAC tournament, they have this whole statistical thing about the strength of schedule stuff. GCU has a very tough schedule, and so that loss to South Carolina, if that's one of a handful of losses that they end up with this year, I mean they're going to be the top seed in the WAC tournament easy.
Radio Ron is on the text line. He says Donnie is not invited, but I did invite Chicken Stiffy. Pretty sure that's Michael Potter, particularly after last night's game. Lopes up, says Radio Ron. I don't think Michael Potter is Chicken Stiffy. I'm just gonna guess. But then again, you never know. That's the whole point of these nicknames is you get a little anonymity. All right, listen, we have to take a break. When we come back, we will talk about last night's Phoenix Suns game. And yes, I agree with you. whatever your point of view is on it, I probably agree with you. But then when you hear why and how and what, you're probably going to agree with me too. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
This is Brent Musburger's Action Update on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic. Take the guesswork out of your holiday gifts. OmahaSteaks.com for 50% off site-wide and save an additional $30 with promo code VSIN. OmahaSteaks.com.
The NBA in-season tournament will continue on Thursday night out in Las Vegas. The East semifinals pits the Milwaukee Bucks against the Indiana Pacers. Milwaukee favored by 4.5 points, minus 200 on the money line. The Pacers are plus 168. The over-under is at 254.5. While the West will feature the Los Angeles Lakers taking on the New Orleans Pelicans. The Lakers, coming off their win against Phoenix, are a 1.5 favorite, minus 124. Pelicans plus 106. The over-under in that contest, 230. The winners on Thursday night meet Saturday for the finals. I'm Tony Desiri with your VSiN Action Update on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
With Liberty Mutual, you can customize and save hundreds on your car insurance. But what to buy with those savings? Yep, I bought a sound effects machine.
Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com. Savings may vary, underwritten by Liberty Mutual Insurance Company and affiliates, excludes Massachusetts.
Liberty, 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 liberty. Hey, Jeffrey O'Brien here. And listen, a lot of us play fantasy football this time of year, and it's fun. But what you should be playing is fantasy electric bills. What's that? It's where you get with Harman Solar, and they save you over 80% off your electric bill every month. Then, each time you open up that bill, you're going to feel like you just won a championship. Call Harman Solar today. Get a free estimate. 800-281-3189. That's 800-281-3189, or go to harmansolar.com.
This year, Staples will not be celebrating the holidays. Instead, we're celebrating the holiday deals with amazing savings for the holiday season. Save 50% on custom holiday cards, save 50% on custom invitations, and save 50% on custom photo gifts like mugs and calendars. During Staples holiday deals, it's not about the ho-ho-ho, it's about saving do-do-do. Save 50% on custom cards, invitations, and photo gifts today at Staples. Ends 12/16. Visit staples.com/print for more details.
The Sun Devil men's basketball season is fast approaching. Frankie Collins, who drives to the goal, dunks it in. Join the action this year and catch USC, UCLA, Washington, and Arizona when all come to Desert Financial Arena in the final year of the Pac-12 Conference. Collins, great spin move, drive to the basket and lays it in. Get your tickets today by calling 480-965-5812 or go online to sundeviltickets.com. Sun Devil men's basketball, onward to victory.
For the latest from the world of golf, tune in every Saturday morning from 6 to 8 for the Golf Shop Radio Show, presented by PlayGolfMyrtleBeach.com, the golf capital of the world. Hosts Mark Greenhelch and Matt Blanchard talk golf from tee to green and everything in between. If you like golf, you're going to love Golf Shop Radio. Before you tee up, drop on in. Welcome to the Golf Shop here on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
What's up, everybody? Nick Costos here, host of You Better You Bet, reminding you to check out the show. Now, why should you check out You Better You Bet? Because we bring you the most fun. We bring you the most insightful, the most entertaining show in the wagertainment world. From up-to-the-minute breakdowns of backdoor covers, bad beats, and the cheers and tears that come alongside them. Plus, you'll get the best betting analysis anywhere from myself, Ken Barkley, and some of the best minds in the sports wagering world. So tune in weekdays, noon to 3 on Arizona sports betting station, 1580 and 99.3, The Fanatic.
And he said, when I was on the phone with him, Jeffrey, he said, you cannot insult your audience when you start the show. He said that. And I was trying to say, but this is something that Jeffrey came up with because he's bored. And the guy said, look, you can't do that.
What guy?
Legal. That guy over there in legal.
I don't care about legal. They're just trying to get billable hours. I bet they charged us for that conversation.
Well, probably.
Lawyers are dirtbags.
He said it was, I was on the clock. I didn't know what that
exactly
meant.
Yeah.
I guess I was being billed. But,
I've told you, when you see his number come up on your phone, you just don't answer. You don't answer.
Yeah. That's a good point.
Are we on
the
the
point?
We are, and
it's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. All right, so we
we
gotta
like
talk.
lawyers here. Just,
Yeah, we know we don't.
well, we got 3 of them. Listen to the show saying.
Well, we like our lawyers. We we don't like our other
Okay,
lawyers.
fair enough.
Pickle D says public service announcement. Stop getting into an Uber and taking a call on speakerphone. I don't want to hear you talk to your dumbass boyfriend about your manager, what they made you do in some actual work or something like that during your paycheck. Figure it out. Fair enough, Pickle D. Fair enough, man.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So it's funny about the Uber. There's 2 ways on that street. One way is people, and I saw this lady walking through a department store last night, like, and then the other side, this loud as hell. I'm like, I don't need to hear your conversation. And so when you get into an Uber, maybe don't have that going on. The other thing is people get into an Uber. Hi, how are you? They get out, be like knowing everything about the Uber driver's life. Nobody needs that either.
No,
maybe less talk, more rock. Let's get this thing going. You know what I mean? Be pleasant and be polite, but we don't have to share that much on a 20-minute ride. We just don't.
100% of the time, I make sure that I give the Uber driver the highest possible rating if I get in the car and they don't talk to me.
Yes, absolutely.
just flat out.
Learned behavior. Big George says, I'm offended by that comment, Jeffrey. I already said we like our lawyers. By the way, we got how many lawyers? We got George, we got Hookham Hottie, but I don't think we have any other lawyers. We have 2.
I thought we had 3, I guess.
Yeah.
Did I add one of the doctors as a lawyer? I might have done that.
You might. Yeah, we got a bunch of doctors too.
Yeah.
We got Hookham Hottie, we got Big George. I think that's it for the lawyers. And no, dirtbags are the corporate lawyers. George, not you. Berg says Suns. The Coyotes were on. Hockey is greater than basketball. That's no, don't be like that.
That's a preference thing. If you like hockey, watch hockey.
Very happy for what the Coyotes are doing right now, and they're starting to come together and kicking some ass here and there. They're still gelling. They're still getting together. Yeah, I mean, it's not greater than. It's just other than. And this is what we want to talk about: is what happened last night. Of course, Ralph from Harmon Solar shows up. Just curious, what team is 0-3 against the Lakers this year? Whatever. It doesn't matter. Here's the thing. Last night, you could say 0-2, and it would be fair. 0-3 last night. That was some garbage, and you know it. You absolutely know it. And if you say otherwise, you are lying to yourself. And here's the thing. I'm going to agree with everybody. Watch this. Yes, Austin Reeves is clutch. You are absolutely right. Yes. LeBron called a timeout when he wasn't allowed to because the ball was still in possession. It was, it was out of possession. Had been knocked loose.
Yep.
So I agree with those people. They were screwed by the officials all night long. I'm going to agree with that. I saw the time that what was that guy's name? Riggins. What was his name? The guy who hit Booker in the mouth. And then what was that guy's name? I always forget his name because he's a punk ass bitch. What is that guy's name? That hit Booker, then later tried to pull his head off, and then later Kevin Durant pushed him in the back, and then later Devin Booker got his revenge by coming down and smacking him in the face. You're like, oopsie, Ruggins.
Was it Reddish?
Reddish.
Cam
Reddish. There you go. That guy can kiss my ass. He was starting stuff. And that's what got Durant and Booker in trouble later because they were going back after him. But they were all trying to be very subtle about it, and I appreciated it from both directions. So, yeah, the officiating was really bad in favor of the Lakers. I agree with that. I absolutely do. And I also agree with Kevin Durant, who says, yeah, that's not the ball game. It's one play, 48-minute game. I don't like to complain about calls. Sometimes the ref ain't going to get it right all the time. Sometimes it's on us to play through that stuff and not worry about putting the game in the ref's hands. Also correct. 20 turnovers, that is hard to come back from. And the fact it was that close and that tight after 20 turnovers, it tells me the Suns are the better team. They just blew it last night. That's it. So I agree with everybody. Everybody is saying I'm agreeing with, so There you go, Lakers. Go dine out on that. I will
just
never have rooted for the Pelicans harder than I will this Saturday.
I just the thing with the 0-3 against the Lakers thing too is that where you're going to hang your hat on? This
It's
team
all
has been
he's gonna have at the end of the
this
season.
team has been knocking your ass out of the playoffs for the last handful of years, and we're going to do regular season scorekeeping. Is that how far we've fallen, Ralph? Is that
Ralph
where we
knows.
is that where we landed?
See, Ralph would have been like deathly quiet if this had gone the other way. We wouldn't have heard from Ralph for a couple
Well,
of
yeah,
days.
but remember when the Lakers got axe murdered the other day? They lost by 1 billion. I forget who they were playing. They lost by 40 points. And didn't hear Ralph say anything then. He's like, oh yeah, my guys, they suck. They lost by 40 points in the NBA.
Enjoy it while you can. But see, here's the thing. Last night, that is not how that should have gone down. But I agree with Kevin Durant. The Phoenix Suns lost that game in the first half of the game, first quarter even.
Mhm.
That were with all the turnovers.
It was like 11
And
turnovers. Just
you got 5
ridiculous.
turnovers from Kevin Durant himself, 7 turnovers from Devin Booker. So they accounted for 12 of the 20 turnovers. And, that is hard to come back from. The Suns were trailing by 15 in the first half. But then did you see what happened in the third quarter? I bet Ralph's little Anu clinched up pretty tight right there when it was a 14-0 run to start that thing off. It was a good game. It was a good game. It was a bad game.
It was a bad ending.
I agree with
Yeah.
everybody. I agree with you.
I just as a person who I really like rebounding. It's one of my favorite parts of the game of basketball. I was bad last night.
Boy, at the end there, Booker just sort of disappeared for a little bit. He couldn't seem to get anything figured out or going. They were forcing stuff. Booker melted in that fourth quarter a little bit for a period of time. Kevin Durant never melted. Oh my God.
He's ice cold.
Geez. Let me tell you, I am not a demonstrative sports fan. When we watch football between my wife, it's very different. My wife is yelling, "Get him!" and screaming for the defense and yelling for the receivers and the whole thing. She's very much into every game she ever watches. I sit there very quiet. And I'll be every now and then you go, yeah, one of those things, or that's about as much as I do watching the Colts.
Mhm.
Last night we decided to watch the game in bed, and I woke her up probably 30 times. 30 times I was just like making that noise, and most of the time it was, oh my God, Durant. Oh my God. The shooting from Durant just was filthy. Filthy. So many times I'm watching, I'm like, how? That was just he makes it look too easy. Kevin Durant, oh my God. And the thing that bothered me was Devin Booker can take over a game and score it all by himself, just like Kevin Durant, but he didn't. He kind of did melt there in the fourth quarter, and I think that could have been the biggest difference in the Suns losing that game. So, all right, I guess now we just wait and see what happens next time we play the Lakers. The Lakers, they're probably going to go get their little in-season chip, and they're going to be like, yay! Of course, money's nice, but $500,000 to most of these guys doesn't mean nothing. The bench guys are going to be thrilled.
Yeah, I mean, of
They're
course,
very happy.
Yeah.
But I do think that there is. I don't know exactly what else is involved in this in-season tournament, but every team I've watched playing it, they're like pumped to be there. I think that's the thing that I enjoy the most about it is, for whatever reason, we are getting high intensity basketball in December. Devin Booker laid out on the floor for a loose ball. I can't remember the last time I saw a player do that in December.
Yeah, but here's what I hated. Last night watching the game, I kept yelling, Reggie, just shut up. Stop, Reggie. Stop. Trip to Vegas on the line. Trip to Vegas on the line. Trip to Vegas. Oh, shut up.
I didn't have the volume on, so.
Oh, my God. I usually like listening to Reggie Miller when he does games, but that tired phrase just got so old so fast. Donnie says, how about your superstars going 6 for 16? And the other guy, that would be Kevin Durant, airballing at the end to tie the game. Love that part. Yeah, that sucked at the very end. But also, we should have already tied the game because they weren't supposed to be able to call a timeout when there was a loose ball foul. I mean, a loose ball on the ground. So anyway, that was our ball. That was our ball.
And 6 of 16 is not great, but it's also not horrible.
It ain't what you normally see from them.
Not from them. I thought they failed defensively more than anything. I just like the Austin Reeves shot was a clutch shot. It is the slowest step back I have ever seen. The fact that no one was able to defend that is odd. I'll just say odd. What I want to say is absurd, but it's at the very least odd. And he's just wide open. I mean, it's a wide open three at that point. He knocks it down because that's a shot he can make.
Yeah, he was sort of off balance on that too. Ralph says your Homer analysis was pathetic. The weak inside of the Suns will never be able to handle the Lakers or the Nuggets. First off, the Lakers are going to be easy. And you should be ashamed of yourself because 20 turnovers and it was still almost going to overtime, wasn't it? Shame on you, Lakers. You're no damn good. You're no damn good.
They're just
you're no good.
In my opinion,
you're no good.
When they were up by one, they were one Yusuf Nurkic box out away from being up by 3.
Yeah.
He just didn't box out.
Yeah. So yeah, nice try, Ralph. Listen, okay, you know what? Congratulations, you won an in-season game,
which just counts as a regular season victory. Is this what you wanted? Like, is this the pinnacle? Like, that was one of the things I thought was stupid about the in-season tournament was like everybody knows what the real prize is. Are we getting happy about this though? Really?
Lesser teams will.
I suppose. If you're rooting for the Lakers, what else you got?
And to make sure everybody understands, we've been against this in-season tournament crap. Even if the Suns had won last night, I'd be like, great. I always want to beat the Lakers. Don't care about the dumb tournament. But boy, LeBron sure does. Oh, he wants it bad. Donnie says, I'm assuming that one guy didn't hit his parlay from yesterday. Oh no,
I'm guessing not. I can't remember.
Well, I think part of it was that the delicious, right? I'll go back and look.
The Durant over 30 part had to have hit, but I can't think of the rest of it.
I don't know if Booker's hit,
but no Booker because I think he had Booker with the 30 as well. If I'm not mistaken.
So we got a new
21. So
new texter on the text line, Randy. New texter. Says,
a new texter?
Yeah. Hello, Jeffrey, Randy, and Keon. Longtime listener. Love the show. Could Randy give me some texter nickname suggestions? I see you're from a 760 there, by the way. Are you a former Palm Springs listener? Yeah. What do we have lying around for texter nicknames? And by the way, knowing something about you might help us get you the right texter nickname.
Just going to say, can you give us some insight into you? I mean, what kind of movie, sports teams do you like? Things like that would help us out immensely.
Yeah, give us a little bit of info, and then when we come back from the break, maybe we'll rattle off some suggestions for you. Fifth letter says, Booker was riding Reeves on that play like a pony. That call should have been a foul on Booker for his 6th foul. No, you were wrong. See, there you go. I finally disagree with somebody. I had agreed with everything everybody had said about last night's game.
I don't remember that play in particular, so I can't.
No, I do, and you're wrong. But there was Booker was getting mugged all over the place by Reddish. He was getting just manhandled, and the refs didn't care. That's why Durant and Booker started going back at that guy. And of course, Durant doesn't do anything subtle. He just pushes the guy hard as he can in the back.
Yeah.
It's like, why did you do that right there? That wasn't the time. Booker at least was like a little subtle going with his hand coming down.
Kevin Durant has reached a certain point in his career where he just doesn't care. It's like, if I'm going to push you, I'm just going to commit to pushing you. Like, why hide it?
Yeah. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back and pick it back up. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
Sometimes I struggle to get to sleep. My body stopped for the day, but my mind is still running. So I take ZzzQuil.
ZzzQuil, the world's #1 sleep aid brand, has a range of non-habit-forming products to fit you and your family's needs. Invest in a great night's sleep for the best you tomorrow.
I'm awake and ready to take on anything.
Better days start with ZzzQuil nights. Explore our products at ZzzQuil.com. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Hey, Ralph, got another solar question for you.
Okay, but did you check out the Harmon Solar podcast first?
The what?
The Harmon Solar podcast. We put new episodes up twice a month that teach you all the things you ever wanted to learn about solar. We discuss things like how solar works, the roofing, sales process, demand management, everything solar.
Show like this needs some real smart thinkers, huh?
Well, yeah.
So you got some really great guests then, huh?
Almost every show.
Is it on Spotify?
Yep.
iTunes?
Yep. Just search it everywhere. It's the Harmon Solar podcast. Go check it out at harmonsolar.com.
Can I open it now?
I think you've waited long enough.
Yeah, go for it, kiddo.
I already have this baseball cap.
Not this one.
Look a little closer, sweetheart.
Signed?
Yeah, buddy.
I can't believe it.
Do you still have that card all these years later? Do you have trading cards that's been sitting in a box for decades? Scottsdale Cards is who you want to call first. The Valley's card, comic book, and collectibles expert since 1989. Scottsdale Cards is your source to sell your trading cards and other collectibles, including those comic books you've been doing nothing with. We are always interested in buying your vintage sports cards and comic books, certified autographs, memorabilia, and collectibles. So what collectibles do you have stored away? They could be worth thousands. Call or text 480-419-2990. That's 480-419-2990. Or go to scottsdalecards.com. That's scottsdalecards.com. Or search Scottsdale Cards on your mobile phone today.
The Sun Devil men's basketball season is fast approaching. Frankie Collins, who drives to the goal, dunks it in. Join the action this year and catch USC, UCLA, Washington, and Arizona when all come to Desert Financial Arena in the final year of the Pac-12 Conference. Collins, great spin move, drive to the basket and lays it in. Get your tickets today by calling 480-965-5812 or go online to sundeviltickets.com. Sun Devil men's basketball, onward to victory.
Greg Clark Automotive Specialist, located on the southwest corner of Bethany Home and 19th Avenue, servicing Valley automobiles for 44 years. And we're offering our fall inspection on the belts, water pump, radiator, and hoses. Also, our brake service inspection, recommended every year to prevent repairs and ensure top performance. For guaranteed family touch service, contact us at 602-246-2881. Highly rated by Google. Online at gregclarkautomotive.com. Mention the Fanatic to get 10% off.
I'm here to tell you about a technological shocker. Believe it or not, you can listen to us on your smart speaker.
That's shocking.
Wow. What a world we live in. All you have to do is say, listen to 1580 The Fanatic.
Hey, Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic, and our new listener from the 760 says, I like long walks on the radioactive shores of the Salton Sea, like dogs, like Harry Potter, like the Phoenix Suns, like the San Diego Padres, like the Anaheim Ducks, and the Jacksonville Jaguars. That's a weird eclectic mix. I also like Italian food, Italian women, and Italian cars. All right. So what do we got there? Anything with some hair on it?
Well, there's of course there's always one of the classics, Batman's Gadget and Smack My Asterisk, hero turned villain, the champagne of texters.
We still have Butt Thunder, right?
Oh, Butt Thunder. Butt Thunder.
I've been waiting for a Butt Thunder.
Oh yeah, Plumber's Crack, the Steel Brow, the GM. That's a good one. GM. I'm the GM. The GM says, burner account, the dad bod god. Let's see.
Are you currently in California right now? 760 person? I'm kind of curious about that.
Triple threat.
I understand
threat.
If you're in Palm Springs and you're looking for a better afternoon show, why you'd be listening to us. It's a little inside joke, everybody. So let's see. Ducks. I mean, what a weird selection of teams. San Diego Padres, Anaheim Ducks, I get, but the Jacksonville Jaguars, how did that happen? How did that? Wilbur says the Italian texter should be, see there, that might be it. He says, call him you talking to me? But no, I think I like the Italian texter.
The Italian texter.
Ralph from Harmon Solar is like, no, that's supposed to be me because he's Italian.
But Ralph gets to come on the show, so it's.
I mean, I've got more. If you want me to, I could
rip them off.
Let's see. There's the trouser cough, Weasley bastard.
I like those.
Nude texter. Let's see. Panty burp. The blind pilot. Let's see here. Weasley nips. Kilt commando.
The 760 guy says, yes, ironically, I am currently in California looking for a better afternoon sports show. Oh, wait, you're not talking about getting rid of us, are you? Wait. Ralph from Harmon Solar text said, no, on the Italian thing, I own that. You don't own anything, Ralph. You own the studio. That's what you own.
That's what you get.
Parlay J says, how about the Italian Jaguar? That just doesn't. Does that ring?
Make sense.
This doesn't ring.
No.
Does that ring? I don't know.
No.
All right. Well, listen, you've heard a bunch of ideas, so let us know if you like any of those. I'm just, my favorites.
Did I mention triple threat? Triple threat's in there.
Triple threat's not bad. Kiss the Cook says, besides Ralph soaping his parts in the shower, the only thing that makes him happy is the Flakers winning a game. I think he's going to own that one too. I think he'll agree. That probably is true. Just another face in the crowd says, I watched the Suns on Channel 3. I like the way Eddie Johnson calls the game. You know what? I was watching upstairs, so I had to watch it on YouTube TV because I didn't have an antenna upstairs. But man, was I glad it was on the TNT. I do enjoy the TNT, halftime show and post game stuff. That's always a lot of fun. But no, Eddie Johnson and Kevin Ray, they do a good job on the call. Drunk, toothy Tom Chambers at the end of the game. I don't know how much I care for that show, but whatever. You know what I'm talking about.
Another Michelob Light.
Just not sure what he's saying a lot of the time. It could be in English. I'm not even sure. Beer Bob says, since that new guy likes to take walks on the pier, how about, and he likes some bad sports teams, how about from pier to nowhere? There's no way he's going to want that, Beer Bob. It's clever. But he's not going to want that.
Even if your teams are bad, which the Jaguars aren't, so that's already not a thing. No one's going to agree that their team is going to be bad forever to put that in a nickname.
Kiss the Cook, he says, how about the Italian job? Well, that's not bad.
Oh,
that is
that's
not
pretty
bad.
good. I like that.
Pickle D says, the new texters from Palm Springs, how about Gramps?
Gramps. Short and simple.
Well, half the year, that's true. Half the year. Berg says, how about this for the new texture nickname? Evil 760. No, because you're Evil Berg. You're kind of being Evil Berg right now, talking bad about the Suns. Ralph from Harmon Solar says, I'd like to change my name to Wooden Spoon Survivor. That's actually pretty good. That is actually pretty good. A lot of kids back when we were kids, we get our asses beat with a wooden spoon. There's been
I thought Ralph went to parochial school where they had the the sisters had the what do you call that,
yardstick,
the ruler. They had a ruler,
rosary beads, and a yardstick. And when you got home, though, it was the wooden spoon.
Well, I guess.
Let's see. Blissful Hayes says, all I hear are excuses. Booker picked up the sixth foul on Reeves late in the game. It wasn't called. No, he didn't. Too many Suns turnovers, not enough blocking out. Okay, I'll agree with you on that. Prison Wallet. I can't read that out loud. I don't think I can. Well, 760 says, you know what? Panty Burp. That sounds like a fun Texter nickname. Was that one of ours, or is that just something he came up with?
It's one of ours, yeah.
All right, Panty Burp it is. He says, but I also like the Italian Texter. I don't want to step on Ralph's toes. I have a lot of respect for that guy.
Oh,
you do?
On account of
course you do.
They're both
Yes.
Californian and Italian.
What about okay? Well, I'm not gonna tell you how to live your life, but so Panty Burp it is.
I never thought anyone was going to take that one.
I'll just take that one off the list.
Unless, you have a very short amount of time to change your mind.
You basically have today to change your mind. Once you get past the day, you are not changing that. So just know that that's what you want. Because
the only thing that saves you is if Radio Ron goes, Panty Burp. No, we're not doing Panty Burp.
We're tickled by it. but you have to like it too.
Well, now flattery will get you everywhere. Ralph from Harmon Solar says, "Hey, I like this new texter. He can have Italian." All right, so this is your only moment to call yourself the Italian texter or the or the Italian job. Niner Napolis says the Italian. Oh, I can't read that. That's mean. Why do you hate this guy already?
Wow.
You don't even know him yet, Niner Napolis.
He's a Niner fan. That's just what they're like.
Wait, I got even better. I've got it. I have got it. The Italian panty burp. That is it. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong.
I would give you a standing ovation, except I'd move away from the mic.
The Italian panty burp. New listeners to the show for years going to be like, what the hell is
what?
We get a lot of people asking about moist one. What?
Yeah. Which, honestly, once you get to know him, the name
Totally
makes
makes
sense.
sense, yeah. King Laquifa? No, we can't do that one, Kiss the
No.
Cook.
Come on.
We can't do it. Niner
Come on.
Napolis says, no, is the Italian Jag because Jaguars. Yeah, but when you add off, I can't.
British car, though.
Yeah.
Jag is a British car.
Add off.
The Italian panty burp says, I like it, Jeffrey. The Italian panty burp it is.
Oh,
I don't even care what happens the rest of the day. That was good right there. We came up
No,
with
that is the best thing that has happened in the last 24 hours.
We have
Yeah.
accomplished something positive.
Yeah, Megatron. I'm not sure I'd want to be that either. That's why we can't do that one. Fifth letter says easy money on this 5-legger. Oh boy, we're gonna get another bet idea. By the way, I still got to go back. And check yesterday's bet. Whose bet was that yesterday? It was T-Licious, wasn't it? You got to go back and look at that. Donnie says, when this first started, I didn't know it was supposed to be a nickname and not your real name. Now, since I'm a Texter Hall of Famer, it's too late to change it. Okay, couple things here.
Yep.
We've been doing this show since 2014, and then since 2017 here on this radio station. And in all of that time, you were never named a Texter Hall of Famer. So there.
Just so we're clear, I guess.
Yeah, I just want to make sure those two things were very clear.
Sorry, Donnie.
Not happening. Not today. All right, let's see. Here's the new bet. Here is the new bet idea. Everybody listen up and let's discuss. It's a 5-leg parlay. Let's see here. Joel Embiid to have 25 plus points. Tyrese Maxey to have 20 plus points. Evan Mobley to score 10 plus points. Mikal Bridges to get 20 plus points. That's a tough ask right there. Alperen Sengun to have 15 plus points. So there is the parlay from the fifth letter. So how do we feel about that one? I know how you feel, Randy. It's his money. Don't care.
I'm a little queasy.
Are you queasy right now?
A little queasy about that one.
Yeah, a couple of those things seem like big asks. But can we go back to yesterday's T-Licious real fast? Look at the stats real fast. Did Kevin Durant get over 30.5 points?
Yes.
Yes.
Did Devin Booker get over 31.5 points?
No.
No.
There you go. That was gone. T-Licious, probably why you haven't heard from him today. He's
What was the
running
rest
from some ankle breakers.
What was the rest of the parlay?
Devin Booker 3-pointers over 2.5. I don't think he had that either. Kevin Durant over 2.5 3-pointers.
Yes for Durant, no for Booker.
That's what I thought. And
Yeah.
did Booker have over 8.5 assists?
No,
Yeah.
he had 6.
So Devin Booker killed T-Licious parlay yesterday. That's a shame.
Sorry,
Prison
man.
Wallet says, hey, sports betting is difficult. I saw an easy way to pick up an extra $1,000 last night in a parlay. And the one thing that busted me was a hockey team that was so fed. They were minus 3,500 on the money line, and they lost. That is why they call it gambling, my friend. That is why they call it gambling. Megatron says, you should swap Sengun and Bridges points on that bet, fifth letter. Big George says, are we sure that the Italian panty thing, no, it's the Italian panty burp, George, is not Ralph's burner account? It's very suspicious. Well, I'm never 100% not sure that every single one of you bastards has a burner account. I catch the people doing that all the time on
One of the texter names I came up with, burner account.
Oh,
by
there
the way.
you go. Yeah. Hour 2 is up next. 1580 The Fanatic.
Heart failure, carpal tunnel syndrome, shortness of breath, stomach issues, lower back pain. How does it all add up? If you have heart failure and any of those seemingly unrelated symptoms sound familiar, it's time to talk with your cardiologist and get the full picture. They may add up to transthyretin amyloid cardiomyopathy. ATTRCM is a rare and underdiagnosed disease. Recognize the signs and discuss them with your doctor soon. Learn more at connectwithyourheart.com. That's connectwithyourheart.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Greg Clark Automotive Specialist, located on the southwest corner of Bethany Home and 19th Avenue, servicing Valley automobiles for 44 years. And we're offering our fall inspection on the belts, water pump, radiator, and hoses. Also, our brake service inspection, recommended every year to prevent repairs and ensure top performance. For guaranteed family touch service, contact us at 602-246-2881. Highly rated by Google. Online at gregclarkautomotive.com. Mention the Fanatic to get 10% off.
If you're rolling over your 401k to an IRA soon, but not sure if you want to go all in on this crazy market, here's what many retiring professionals are doing. How about a safe and secure IRA offering a contractually guaranteed 10% income bonus that grows 7% annually guaranteed? Your income can double in 10 years. Meanwhile, neither your principal nor your retirement income is ever subjected to a market downturn. Even if the market crashes by 50%, you get the 10% bonus. Your income keeps growing at 7%, and your principal may grow without losses uncapped. You go up with the index, never down, forward, never back. Get a 10% income bonus with a 7% contractually guaranteed growth rate. I compare over 1,200 annuities with a fiduciary duty and can help you retire and stay retired.
Guarantees rely on the financial strength of the insurer, so compare with leading annuity authority Steve Jurich now. Visit IQannuity.com, IQannuity.com, IQannuity.com.
Everybody, it's Mark Asher back to tell you about my great friends over at the Lund Mortgage Team. For years, I've been telling you about refinancing, new home loans, all the great stuff that the Lund Mortgage Team can help you with from start to finish. Now, things have gotten a little crazy, right? The rates were bouncing all over the place. Now they're officially higher than they've been in a long time. And now more than ever, I think it's important to have a mortgage professional that has been there, done that. Any Yahoo can sell you a mortgage when it's 2.75%. Those people are going away. The real professionals are the ones that are staying in business and helping their clients through this kind of tough time out there as far as mortgage rates are concerned. Those people are the Lund Mortgage Team. Matt Oliver, Lisa Lund, they've owned this team for a long time, over 2 decades in the Valley. They are the best in the business, and they will walk you through the process, whether it's refinancing now or probably more importantly, a new home loan. Let them do all the heavy lifting for you. Call today, 623-875-9940. That's 623-875-9940 or online, lundmortgage.com.
KQFN Tempe.
Also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM.
And K240U Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
All right, people, settle down because it's time
for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show.
Let's do it.
All right, everybody. I won't insult everyone. Okay, we got to think of something else, though. I'm tired of introducing the show every hour.
What do you sing the intro?
We'll be canceled quickly. Welcome, everybody, to the Daily Blender. Even quicker if you sing, so maybe we won't do that. This is the Daily Blender. I am your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien. That's Randy White right there. Keon Rose in the control room, and you guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580, as we broadcast live in the Harmon Solar Studios in Scottsdale. And I've had a couple of texts about this, so I'm about to check. Let's see what's going on here. King of Kittens is on the text line, and he says, the app is not working. I am your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien. Yes, it is. So it must just be your phone. Sorry, man. If you're having problems with your phone, you can always just go to your computer and click on, our live stream there. That works. You can even do that with your phone if you had to.
It might already be updated, but make sure that it is updated, because I know once it wasn't working for me, and it's because it just wasn't updated.
Yeah, don't forget to update your apps. Yeah. Moist one says we should let Fish Tank do the intro. If Fish Tank could do some sort of a song to introduce the show, man, that'd be great. Because then we could just start talking and not have to worry about anything else. That'd be great. Fifth letter says, got a good bet cooking up for tomorrow. TNF, baby. I'll share tomorrow. Thanks, fifth letter. Obscure Messenger says, how much are you able to tell about a person's text line? If it's a burner or who's behind it? Or are you able to tell anything at all except for that it's a phone number?
You don't know how much we can tell. And personally, I'm offended that you would even ask about our inner workings here at the Daily Blender. You don't know what kind of data that we're collecting. You don't know what kind of information we have. And how dare you would accuse us of doing something nefarious with this data and information that we collect at all times.
I also like that they think that we don't get a bunch of information about them when they text in. Oh, you know who you are, Obscure Messenger. 888-368-1580. All right, so there's more in the world than talking about the Suns and what happened. It was a travesty.
Yes, there is.
It was a travesty in how the turnovers were coming, but it was also a travesty on how the whole thing was dealt with by the officials. Just going to shake it off, and we're going to go on with our life.
You know, a NASCAR a month ago today, they were out at Phoenix Raceway.
Mm-hmm.
The championship ran out there, and Ryan Blaney ended up winning the season series.
Yeah.
Today, a few people know they had a Goodyear tire test. Ryan Blaney was out there again running his car, and so was Christopher Bell and a few other NASCAR drivers out there doing a tire test. You NASCAR fans, be looking for some new front ends on the Toyota team and on the Ford teams. The Camaros will remain the same. However, the Toyotas have a whole new front end, and so do the Fords. See, that exemplifies how there's other stuff to talk about besides the Suns losing. They were out at Phoenix Raceway today running tire test. Yeah.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Sorry, in the time you were talking about all that, Obscure Messenger said that he's confident. I don't know who he is, and I was looking at the information. How's life on 79th Drive? 888-368-1580. Nice one says, is Ryan Blaney coming on for an interview?
No.
Oh, hey, remember when we were supposed to have Ricky Stenhouse Jr.
Yeah.
On the show, and we went out to this thing, right? And we're on there. See, now I could not pick him out of a lineup, Randy. I'm sure you know what he looks like. Of course, I don't. So I'm sitting out there, and we're setting up all the stuff. And as we're talking, I look over, and I kind of see a guy. I'm like, oh, he must be a fan of the number 42 card because he had a green hat with a 42 on it. And I was just like, oh, yeah. He was a little guy, a clean cut, kind of little slender guy. And I was like,
sounds like Ricky.
He's a fan. And so somebody sent me a video from the event, and they showed me doing the thing, and then they cut away to some of the booths and stuff. And the next thing you know, there's Ricky Stenhouse Jr. talking on the video. And I'm like, oh, that was the guy. Because I was on the air, and I says, yeah, and Ricky Stenhouse Jr. will be here. And I kind of looked at him and I nodded like, you're a fan. You're going to want to see him. And he smiled, and now he probably thought I was like, hey, you can come see Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Hi, Ricky. And he's like, you're damn right I am. So our interactions were completely different for both of us. He thought I was giving him a tip of the hat, like recognizing him. And I was, hey, you're a fan. Maybe if he shows up, you can say hi.
Well,
here we are, like, oh man, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. blew us off. He big timed us.
Yeah, even Ron, we were just like, yeah, I guess he just never made his way over here.
We just didn't know what he looked like.
No clue.
Well, and unfortunately,
What a day to
if
not
only-
have
if
Randy.
only I could have been there.
He probably would have come on with us.
I would
He
have
was
said,
probably
"Hey, there he
waiting.
is, right there."
I
And then
think he
would have
was
called it.
standing around waiting for us to
Yeah.
say, "Here's a headset. Have a seat." And we were just like, "How are you? How are you?" Good.
So you're a big fan, are you?
Well, fantastic. I hope you have a wonderful day.
Good.
You know, he used to date Danica Patrick. You know that.
Yeah, yeah. And I'm sure his cars have less dents on them now. Just a lot of crashing.
Somebody showed me a clip from the a past NASCAR awards banquet they have every year. It's about I don't know, 20 days after the championship. They have this big banquet. It's a big black tie affair, and there was somebody, I forget the comedian, but he was on stage and he says, Danica, glad to see that you got a table at the front. That's not a view you normally see.
Ooh.
And the whole place erupted in laughter.
Oh,
but
my God.
That's when she was still dating him.
How did
Ricky
she take
Stenhouse.
that?
Not very well.
Like Donald Trump at the White House press dinner, kind of the same kind of thing. Like she just sat there fuming.
Yes.
Oh,
Glad
my
you got
God.
a table at the front. That's a view you're not used to.
Oh, that is
Boom!
who said that?
I
That is-
forget the comedian was emceeing the show.
That
did not go over well. But all the many of the drivers that I noticed in this video were they were laughing about that.
It was Jay Moore.
Oh, was
Oh,
it Jay Moore?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Jay Moore
That
was,
sounds
still works. I
Apparently.
thought all he
Well,
did was marry Jeannie Buss, and that was it.
It says this was 10 years ago. So
Yeah, well, yes, it was years ago, but
yeah. So he,
She
I don't
did
know
not
if he
look-
works now.
she did not look amused by
But
that.
she never does, though. You know who she looks like? Danica Patrick looks like that no lip gymnast girl who was like making that face. Remember, she was kind of a meme for that.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Always
I know.
making that face.
Can't remember her name, but I know who you're talking about.
Ah, John. That's for Obscure Messenger. Big George says, Ricky Stenhouse, did he blow you guys off? No, he didn't. He did not blow us off. I think we just didn't identify him. I think he was waiting around. And he's like, I think maybe he figured out, and he's just like, this guy has no idea who I am. It's all right.
The person who could have picked him out of a lineup was not available, preoccupied. So, you know.
Fair enough. The Italian Panty Burp says, I like when Randy talks about NASCAR. Makes me think that it might actually be a sport. Ryan Blaney is my favorite driver. How can you have a
Thank
favorite
you.
driver and then
Thank
say it's not a sport?
Maybe he just enjoys it. Like there are plenty of things on our list of sport and not a sport
You know,
that
a
I
lot of
enjoy.
people-
They're just
a
not
lot of peop-
sports.
A lot of people enjoy NASCAR, and to them, it's a big sport. You know. By the way, if you wanted to go to the Daytona 500, sorry, sold out.
Where's that again?
That's in Daytona, Florida.
I know.
Happening this coming February.
Why did you make me do that? I was just the Daytona 500. Where's that?
It's actually in Laramie, Wyoming. You wouldn't have
It's in,
guessed.
yes, Sioux Falls, South Dakota. That's where Daytona is.
Radio Ron says perhaps Ricky Stenhouse is Chicken Stiffy. Boy,
That
I
could-
tell you
that
what,
could
Radio
be,
Ron
yeah.
just can't stop thinking about Chicken Stiffy.
That texter nickname the same way.
I think Radio Ron likes that texter name.
It's a good one.
Chicken Stiffy.
He definitely likes it. He thought it was hilarious.
Moist One says, speaking of Danica, oh dear God, I'm in need of a passenger princess. He says, send applications to Blender at no, we're not helping with that.
You figure that out on your own, Moist One.
Yeah.
That's not nope.
Mr. Wilbur says, okay, Jeffrey, who's buried in Grant's tomb? A dead guy. Kiss the Cook says, "Hey, can I change my moniker to?" No, you can't. First off, you can't change it, and especially not to that. King Kitten says, "Princess, it may be officially sold out, but there's always tickets available on the resale market. Kind of like for Billy Joel and Stevie next Friday at night at the ballpark." What the hell is he talking about?
Well, Billy Joel and Stevie Nicks coming to town. They'll be at Banquet Ballpark in downtown Phoenix.
Why do you say princess?
I don't know why he said princess. He shouldn't be calling me princess.
Hamilton Porter says, "I know who's buried in Grant's tomb, Jimmy Hoffa." No, you are correct. That is true.
Yeah.
Chief Skull says, "Best licorice? Well, I'm a red vine man myself. I just bought some licorice from the Farm and Fleet store. It's disgusting." Nobody asked Chief Skull. I just don't understand why we're talking about licorice now. Just fine.
When did that happen?
I don't no idea. So this happened on the TNT, by the way. Charles Barkley, I guess he wants to have a slap fight with Shaquille O'Neal. Yeah, last night on the Inside the NBA, Barkley was like, "Dana White." He says, "Me and Shaq in a power slap match. Book it. Pay-per-view. I got to go first, right?" He says, "I'm going to knock your ass out." Wow. So here's the thing. Charles Barkley's not a short person, but Shaq is decisively taller. He'd have to stand on something or like have a ramp to get a running start. I don't know that from that angle that Charles could knock Shaquille O'Neal out with a slap. I know Shaquille O'Neal could knock just about anybody out with a slap,
including Charles,
except for he just had hip surgery. And you've got to turn. You've got to be able to swivel. And so if he can't swivel, he may not get enough momentum to knock Charles out.
Well, now wait. Charles Barkley is 6'6".
Yeah. But
That's
Shaquille
only
O'Neal
4
is
inches.
a lot
That's
taller.
No, he's only 7'1".
I got a picture of them standing next to each other. Barkley might have used to be 6'6", but he's probably like 6'4" now. I used to be a couple inches taller than this, but I have shrank.
Well,
in my old age,
Shaq would be under 7 foot now.
I don't know. When you see them stand next to each other, it's almost a full head taller.
It is.
Hey, this is something I did not know. Charles Barkley and I share the same birthday. He was born a year behind me in 1963.
Huh. I had no idea.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So, well, here's the thing. Charles Barkley says if he gets to hit him first, the Shaq will go down like a sack of potatoes. I think it'll be a lot worse of a thud than a sack of potatoes, to be honest.
And that's
a lot of man.
That's a big if Charles can actually put him down, which I don't think he can.
Who could win, though? Okay, so nobody gets knocked out, but who do you think is going to slap harder? Shaquille O'Neal or Charles Barkley?
Shaq.
Charles Barkley does not look like he has done anything athletic since 1993.
Charles has just recently fixed his golf game. That is the most athletic thing he does.
Has been working out, dropped a bunch of weight. Part of the, he got his surgery, but also he's trying to get buff and fit. So really, I think we all agree on this, right? The edge goes to Shaquille O'Neal.
Has to. Tail of the tape goes to Shaq.
I don't know. Charles is his arms are really long. I don't know about that.
So is Shaq's though.
Yeah, well, I don't know. And plus, Charles is a better golfer than Shaq is.
Yeah, but Shaq doesn't play.
Well, exactly my point. Charles is going to have that.
Shaq's in better shape, though. He's in better shape.
Well, he might be in better shape. That doesn't mean he doesn't have a glass jaw.
Chief Skull says Jeffrey versus Charles Barkley in a slap fight.
Well, Jeffrey would win.
I would hurt him, but he
Hands
probably
down.
hurt the hell out of me. I don't know. I mean, I am probably in better shape than Charles Barkley, but that big old meaty round mound of rebound hand and mitt of his comes flying at me. I don't know, man. Yeah, I'd probably lose. I would hurt him, but he would knock me the hell out. I'd give him a knockout on me. I'm a little guy compared to him. Fish Tank says, Charles always reminds me of Bald Bull from Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. That's fair. Pickle D says, Shaq's hands are so big, they would wrap around Chuck's head and poke him in the eye. Possible. Just Another Face in the Crowd says, I'm not sure about shrinking as we get older, but I think it's just a matter of our bodies settling due to gravity. Well, I've got it's a genetic thing in my family. The squishy stuff in between my vertebrae it gets thinner and thinner. It hasn't caused me pain yet, but I remember my dad ended up having like neck surgeries and stuff like that. So I don't know if that's in my future or not, but I do know I am about 2 inches shorter than I used to be. Hefty Lefty says Chuck and Shaq are going to slap each other. Ernie's just going to sit there grinning like a chicken with a stiffy. Moist One says Shaq would kill Charles. I don't think either of them would knock each other out, but I think it would hurt like hell. I think they'd hurt each other pretty good. Kiss the Cook says, hey, what's Phil Donahue's real name? Didn't he die? I think he's just dead. Big George says, Jeffrey, whatever you do.
Deceased.
Deceased is his name, yeah. Deceased.
Swazman says, Jeffrey, remember the old TV show Shaq Versus? I don't think I ever saw
I do
that.
remember that show. I didn't watch it, a lot of it, but I remember that it was on where Shaq would play like different sports and he would.
Yeah. Well, it says that he used to dominate athletes. He even was boxing against Floyd Mayweather. I would not take on Chuck. That's for sure.
Phil Donahue is still alive, by the way.
Is he really?
87.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Huh. So he's just at the praying for death part. Got it.
Well, no, he's actually got a book out, What Makes Marriage Last.
Didn't he just get divorced?
It's sitting here. I'm
reading
just
starting horrible rumors. Just no reason.
Maybe that's what we should do to start the show.
Horrible rumors every day.
Horrible rumors every day.
Just
a
spread
new
misinformation
horrible
constantly,
rumor,
which is not a thing that we do every day because we are a bastion of journalistic integrity on this program.
No, there's no journalist on this damn. You're the closest thing to being a journalist,
and I haven't done it since.
I stopped making horrible rumors just for fun because one time I was hanging out at work and this girl's mom came in and we're talking and somebody said something about a rumor. And I said, here's a horrible rumor. Hey, your daughter's pregnant. And I didn't know, but she was. And then she got up and then the mom laughed. Later on, the daughter said, no, I don't know how he knows, but I am. And then she came back and grilled me how I knew all this stuff and who's the boy and all this. I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about. And we were like 16. So that really, it wasn't me. It wasn't me. And ever since then, I don't start horrible rumors. Well, at least about people who can find me. Anyway, when we come back, we have a few random sports things to talk about, and then we're going to talk about some football. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
My dad has a cold, but also has high blood pressure. That's why I got him Vicks NyQuil High Blood Pressure for fast, powerful nighttime relief. Unlike some ordinary cold medicines, it's specially formulated for people like my dad. NyQuil High Blood Pressure is sugar-free, alcohol-free, and decongestant-free.
Vicks NyQuil High Blood Pressure. The nighttime sniffling, sneezing, coughing, aching, fever, sore throat, cold, and flu for people with high blood pressure.
Like my dad.
Medicine. Use as directed.
Hey, Jeffrey O'Brien here. And listen, Phoenix has had over 53 days of 110 degree plus this summer. This last July alone, we had 30 consecutive days of 110 plus. And this summer heat might just be the new normal for summers here in Arizona. What you need to do is call Harmon Solar today. Harmon Solar could save you over 80% off your electric bills. They're a locally owned, family-owned company. Call Harmon Solar for a free estimate. 800-281-3189. That's 800-281-3189 or go to harmonsolar.com.
Marijuana may be legal in Arizona, but driving impaired is not.
As a police officer here in Arizona, I know DUIs apply to more than just alcohol. Anything that impairs driving makes you dangerous on the road. If you feel different, you drive different, and driving impaired can get you a DUI.
Get the facts at drivinghighaz.com and spread the word with the hashtag HighDUI. This message is sponsored by the Governor's Office of Highway Safety.
As we plan for our retirement, there are 4 questions we need to ask ourselves or our retirement planning advisor. How much? How long? How safe? And what cost? Let's start with how much. That is, how much income we think we'll need each and every year for the rest of our lives, including all the activities we want to enjoy during our retirement, like travel, recreation, and entertainment. Plus the cost of housing, including repair and maintenance, taxes, insurance, and utilities, as well as the cost of healthcare, including expenses not covered by Medicare.
Enjoy safe, secure lifetime income of 5 to 9% for life, depending on age and deferral period, with no fee deductions and no annuitizing. Guarantees rely on the financial strength of the insurer, so let's compare free in Scottsdale. For more, visit iqannuity.com, iqannuity.com, iqannuity.com.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Ken Barkley here, reminding you to check out You Better You Bet. Why, you ask? Well, because we bring the fun, the insight, and all the wagertainment you need. Plus, hopefully, we win a couple bets along the way. From up-to-the-minute breakdowns of backdoor covers, bad beats, and the cheers and tears that come with them, obviously. Plus, betting analysis from some of the best minds in the sports wagering world. Join myself and Nick Costos and tune into You Better You Bet. Weekdays from noon to 3 on Arizona's sports betting station 1580 and 99.3, The Fanatic.
David Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic. So I just want to give everybody a little online shopping tip before we move on to more sports stuff. Something I've run across, and I have reported it, but I don't know if you guys do this. A lot of us are getting ready for Christmas, and we'll do some online shopping. And if you use Amazon, one of the things that I have just stumbled across that's bad is, I always like to go down and read some reviews, just to make sure that I'm not getting into something, or see what the most people complain about and say, is that something that I got to worry about? So there's been a couple times I've scrolled down on a product and they'll have like 10,000 reviews, right? And I'll scroll down on the product and I'm like, wait a second, in the photographs there, let's say it was for a wrench, and then in the photographs, it's fingernail polish. And you're like, what? What's this? What happens is on Amazon, a seller will be selling something to get good reviews, and then they swap the product in the description. They still retain all those 10,000 reviews, but now it's completely different product. And that is very misleading, because you're thinking, oh, they've got 10,000 good reviews on this wrench, when really they have 10,000 good reviews on that nail polish, and this wrench is a piece of crap. So if you see that, where there is multiple different products being talked about in the reviews, either photographs or in comments, run away from that seller. Don't buy from that, because somebody's definitely up to no good there. I have come across that a couple of different times. I'll report it. I don't know. Nothing probably happens, but just thought I'd give you guys a heads up to look out for.
I mean, thanks for that, but I thought you were going to call a broken arrow, where we all attack that seller and take them off Amazon.
Well, how do we attack them?
Well, yeah, it's
buy their
called
product and return it over and over and over. I mean,
well, I guess, yeah, maybe, or we hunt them down, and we have all the data and information on anything we could ever want. I mean,
no, that's way more work than I think. Just reporting them online.
Let's call a broken arrow and just we'll shut them down ourselves.
No, we'll save the broken arrow for something bigger. How's that? Yeah,
I want to use the broken arrow.
Oh, by the way, something else. Fish tank, we could fight them on the train, but only if they get on a train. And I can't guarantee somebody selling a bad wrench we're going to be able to. It takes a while to catch somebody on a train.
What if we chase them and we force them in the direction? The train? Yeah, force them to the train station to get on the train.
That is an option. Randy, but let's just save that. Megatron says, award-winning journalism today, fellas. Chicken stiffies causing panty burps. Who knew? If we win an award for this, I will quit. Randy, real fast before we move on. Grilling. You are the grill master general. We're both accomplished grillers, but you are far superior, I think, in your talents.
So, but anyway.
Have you ever heard of grilled ice cubes?
No.
This is a real thing. I guess in Northeast China, you go up to this vendor and he takes some ice, he throws it on a grill. Here's a picture. He seasons it. It's on the actual grill. He seasons the ice cubes with stuff like chili, cumin, scallions, coriander, sauce. And then he's like, here you go. One serving of grilled ice costs $2. A lot of people wonder, well, the ice would melt, right?
Yeah.
But the idea is use big chunks of ice, you grill it quickly, and then they say, oh, it's very spicy and interesting. Here's the thing. No, it's real. It is real, but it's silly. But can you imagine? That's water in a different form.
Yeah. Why would you season ice and then put that in your drink?
Well, no, that's not to put in your drink. They just sit there and eat the ice like my dogs do when somebody's getting ice out of the fridge and a couple of pieces fall down. They're like, ooh, ice. They love ice.
Yeah.
But
Sounds
no,
like
this is a real
sexually
thing.
repressed.
It just
I don't think ice cubes can be sexually repressed.
If you season the ice, you've ruined the seasoning and the ice.
Well, the water in China can't be good.
No, that's fictitious. It's the water in Mexico.
Well, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of pollution
in China
too.
China is a
gigantic
not all of China's
very
country. It's not all very nice.
There's a lot of pollution there too.
But it's a gigantic country. I'm sure all of the water isn't bad.
I mean, if you go into the mountains of China, some
Well,
of the
you go in the
purest
mountains of
water-
Mexico, same
take
thing.
the seasoning
and
put it on meat. That's where it's supposed to
Well,
go.
The
In
ice
the
you think
mountains
is
of
pretty cheap,
Mexico,
but that's $2.
The boroughs they use the rivers and streams as toilets. They don't have that in China.
They have toilets in China.
Well, they have toilets. They don't have
They have
burrows.
burrows. Sure they
that
do.
use
Sure they do.
no.
No, they've got all sorts of animals.
Oh no.
One of them animals they've got. That's what caused the COVID. So
Oh yeah, it was a bat.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd rather the people in China be eating ice that has seasoning than bats, right? What would you rather them be
I
eating?
mean, why would you season the ice? Why wouldn't you come up with
Ice
something
cubes
else?
are not spreading COVID, okay?
But you're
You-
paying
you
$2
don't
for
know that.
ice.
You don't. No. Mm-mm.
For
The
someone to
Italian
season ice.
Not buying it.
Yeah, I'm not buying it either. Italian Panty Burp says, when are you guys broadcasting from a dog shelter? Hear a lot of dogs barking in the background. Well,
No,
I've
it's
got
Cecil.
dogs.
Yeah,
He's got
Cecil the
dogs.
Wonder Dog. Yeah. Mhm. My producer.
Our houses are dog shelters, yes.
Mhm.
Go Hawks says, did you say the ice-eating dog was sexually repressed?
Yes.
That's not true because neither of my dogs even have testicles. They wouldn't know. They were surgically repressed.
Well, I'm pretty sure that Chinese dogs are sexually repressed.
Well, Chinese dogs we weren't talking about. That would be another food segment. 888-368-1580. Pickle D says, sounds like something a vegan would do. It does. This does sound like a vegan treat, the grilled ice. Hefty Lefty says, don't hate the player, hate the game. It's a $2 game, but okay. Chief Skull says, driving high Arizona commercial?
Hey, drive high. That's a DUI.
Yeah.
It's true. Just a reminder.
He says, where's the Quigley Down Under for President commercial? Saying that he'd guillotine all high drivers. That's fair. Moist One says, I'm on that NyQuil high, blood pressure and Sprite. Good for you, Moist One. Enjoy that.
Wait a minute. Let's break that down for a second. He's on NyQuil.
He's on NyQuil, high blood pressure medicine, and Sprite. Or is it NyQuil high blood pressure edition? They got a NyQuil for people with high blood pressure?
That's what I was trying to get to.
I think that's one of the commercials. The
NyQuil high blood pressure?
Well, it's not high blood pressure, but it's if you have high blood pressure, that's the NyQuil you should take.
So can I just say, I'm really glad you guys all listen to commercials because we don't. So, thank God somebody
What
is.
do they call this, Keon?
It's just I've heard them all so many
NyQuil
times.
For high blood pressure?
I don't know
whiskey.
Well, see, that's what I think, but no, it's not called NyQuil high blood pressure. But she mentions in the commercial that it's
but it's NyQuil though.
It is NyQuil. Yeah.
Is it sexually repressed NyQuil?
Maybe.
You just sent me a picture of it. Fast relief, HBP, which stands for high blood pressure, cold and flu, sugar and alcohol free. No, thank you.
Well, I mean, if that's the case, then
you can always add your own alcohol though, if you want.
Well, if I'm going to do that, I'll just get regular NyQuil, won't I?
Yeah, just get regular NyQuil and then DIY the rest of it.
Hey, you know how everybody's trying to get me to learn how to golf? Did you know that they're going to change the golf balls, Randy?
Yes.
The USGA and the RNA and other acronyms have decided they're going to change the way golf balls are made. And in 2028, everybody's going to be using a standard kind of golf ball that doesn't fly as far.
Yep.
What the hell's
right.
that about? That's
Well,
no fun. Why would you do that to people?
You're getting these pros out there. They're hitting the ball 350 yards.
But I'm not
plus.
a pro. I'm not a pro. I'm not even started yet.
And they've decided that these pros are out driving even the longest courses. So they are kind of like the Major League Baseball. They're trying to restrict the flight of the ball now.
Is there going to be a black market for the regular balls that you can keep using for your fun games?
Probably.
Because they're talking about how amateurs and pros, amateurs have until 2030. They mean amateurs who play in like amateur tournaments, right? Not just people who go out on a course.
Just anybody that happens to go out. Yeah.
None of their damn business what kind of a ball I use. They can't even regulate.
Well,
this.
I mean, the funny thing is they're restricting the flight of the golf ball, and yet the club makers are making these scientific clubs designed to give you faster head speed and more power and a wider face for more contact space so that you can hit the ball square and which causes the ball to fly farther.
It just seems to make more sense that you would just restrict the clubs. Like this.
I mean, it seems like you
probably
would do that.
Easier. Which is easier to restrict, the ball or the clubs? I think the ball is easier to design.
Well, I mean, if you're hitting 380 yards and they bring out a flight restricted ball, okay, so you're not hitting 380 now, you're hitting 360.
Okay,
because I mean, Brooks Koepka just murders the ball when he hits it.
Well, a Tiger this past weekend, I was watching him, the Hero World Championship. He was crushing the ball 300 plus.
It's the flight restricted ball is going to mess with some people, but for the guys that were already driving the ball forever, it's not going to change the game that much for them.
I mean,
I don't want to see how.
That's what I'm talking about. Maybe they, instead of slowing down the ball, maybe they should talk about club design.
Yeah, just
maybe they should rein that in.
If you tell Titleist and everybody like these are the restrictions you can't have.
Instead of these 460 cc club heads for their drivers, maybe they back them down to 300 cc.
Why rein anything in? Why let it be? If people get better at hitting the ball with fancy clubs and these balls are still the standard balls, leave it the hell alone.
Well, the thing is, like, because I remember some of these golf courses, especially the U.S. Open, they used to be tough, but these guys are hitting the ball so far that you're seeing some of these scores just be absolutely absurd. And so the Titleist and Nike and all of these companies just continue to innovate golf clubs endlessly so that you can hit the ball farther now.
Yeah, it still takes a guy to swing it, though.
Yeah, but the guy swinging it now, if he was swinging the clubs of 1997 in 1997, he's not going anywhere near as far as he's hitting it now. So it's just you have like finite golf course space. And so they tried to, like, back when Tiger was the first guy that was out driving everybody by a lot, they were doing what you're calling Tiger proofing the courses, where they were making them these bizarre odd shapes and stuff to keep Tiger from running away with everything. But now everybody drives like that. So now that they're not sure what to do with the golf courses, so you got to look at the equipment that has never stopped updating.
The thing about it, though, is they're penalizing not just the pros, they're penalizing the amateurs who are going to grow weary of going out there and playing the course they regularly play on a Saturday or a Sunday. And they go out there and they've grown accustomed to playing in a certain amount of time. and enjoying time with their buddies out on the golf course. And now they're going to restrict all these people that go out and do this every Saturday. People are going to go, you know what? Forget you, Jack. I'll find something else to do. I don't need to go out there.
You make it less fun.
Hit a ball, instead of 240 yards, I hit it now 200 yards. That's ridiculous.
And you're making it less fun for the average golf player. And that's most of the people who watch. Like most of the people who are actually entertained by golf on TV play it enough and get it. So if you make the game less fun for them and you start losing them, you lose viewers of the PGA. That's who you lose.
Just another face in the crowd says, to quote Wally Zernak, golf courses and cemeteries, the biggest waste of real estate. Go Hawk says, only the sexually repressed seek to regulate balls. I agree. Case the Cook says, how about foul balls? That's a different sport, dude. Chief Skull says, let's broken arrow the USGA for this golf ball BS, them sons of bitches. Well, the PGA Tour actually is against it. The only person I've seen before it was Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods actually is for rolling back the ball there, man. I don't know why, but
I mean, maybe for the pros, but not the amateurs. You're going to kill the game if you do that. And the USGA needs to come up with something else rather than these, these driver heads used to never be so enormous. What they need to do is start working on that technology and backing it way down for these pros. So the amateurs still have a chance to buy these clubs. The normal guy that's going to go out, maybe once a week or a couple times a month and play golf. And, he likes to go out and hang out with his buddies and they play a quarter a hole or something. And they still go out there and they drive the ball and they have fun doing it. But if you start taking this out of the amateurs' hands, you're going to make the game more boring. You got to do something to change the game for the pros, but not affect the amateur, the amateur crowd.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, they can't stop you. They can't stop an amateur from walking in with some balls. So somebody out there is going to continue to make the balls that are like they are now.
Well, that's true. I mean, you'll see a run on golf balls. You'll see guys really starting to stockpile golf balls and keeping them because in 2030, I think you said, they're going to quit selling them and they won't be available. And every time you go to get a ball, it's going to be a restricted flight ball.
Yeah. And that'll be a shame. Cole Pappy says, easy fix. Make pro level woods and drivers similar to how Major League Baseball players can only hit wood bats. Bam. Solved.
Well, I mean, yes. I think the technology for clubs overall, not just the woods, but also the irons, the pitching wedges, all that stuff. They have we've seen sort of a technological leap here in golf equipment, and they're making the clubs more accurate, more forgiving. They've designed clubs to help the pros go out and hit the ball farther and faster, more club head speed, more ball speed. Drivers, same thing, club head speed and ball speed. And then you get you get into a situation where these guys are out playing the course, instead of the course. Golf was never meant to be something that the guy would go out and just dominate and shoot 30 under. The courses were always designed to make it a challenge for you. It's you and you're playing against the course, not the other golfers out there. It's you and the course and how well you can get around the course. And these guys just nowadays, they're showing up and just dominating every course they come up to.
Kyle G says you don't have to restrict manufacturers at all. We restrict PGA equipment. Baseball has rules for bats. Yeah, that's just like what Cole Pappy was saying. Golf can have pro club requirements. Basketball and football have specific balls. Well, golf can have restrictions on balls.
Yeah, that's what I meant. I didn't say it very well, but yeah, I meant restrict it for the PGA, not just. I mean, you can't tell Titleist what they can and can't make.
Well,
but just
USGA,
know if you make
PGA, RNA, those guys. Yeah.
If you make a club that doesn't fit these parameters, players can't use it.
Chief Skull says ball police on the PGA inspecting for illegal balls during tournaments. Saudis get involved. Now we're going backwards to stone balls. What is the world coming to? Well, probably not that. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
Hi, this is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell. The holiday season should remind us that faith and family are the most important things in life. And we hope that you succeed in coming together this holiday season with those you love and in the process creating some generational memories. Holidays have this magical power to magnify small things to ever greater memories over time. What a return on investment. Happy holidays.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Phoenix area attorneys. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois only. CordellCordell.com.
Paid for by Cordell & Cordell.
Everybody, it's Mark Asher back to tell you about my great friends over at the Lund Mortgage Team. For years, I've been telling you about refinancing, new home loans, all the great stuff that the Lund Mortgage Team can help you with from start to finish. Now, things have gotten a little crazy, right? The rates were bouncing all over the place. Now they're officially higher than they've been in a long time. And now more than ever, I think it's important to have a mortgage professional that has been there, done that. Any Yahoo can sell you a mortgage when it's 2.75%. Those people are going away. The real professionals are the ones that are staying in business and helping their clients through this kind of tough time out there as far as mortgage rates are concerned. Those people are the Lund Mortgage Team. Matt Oliver, Lisa Lund, they've owned this team for a long time, over 2 decades in the Valley. They are the best in the business, and they will walk you through the process, whether it's refinancing now or probably more importantly, a new home loan. Let them do all the heavy lifting for you. Call today, 623-875-9940. That's 623-875-9940 or online, lundmortgage.com.
At Granger, we're for the ones who specialize in saving the day and for the ones who've mastered the art of keeping business moving. We offer industrial-grade supplies for every industry with same-day pickup and next-day delivery on most orders, all backed by real people ready to help. So you can get the right answers and products right when you need them. Call quickgranger.com or just stop by. Granger, for the ones who get it done.
Greg Clark Automotive Specialist, located on the southwest corner of Bethany Home and 19th Avenue, servicing Valley automobiles for 44 years. And we're offering our fall inspection on the belts, water pump, radiator, and hoses. Also, our brake service inspection, recommended every year to prevent repairs and ensure top performance. For guaranteed family touch service, contact us at 602-246-2881. Highly rated by Google. Online at gregclarkautomotive.com. Mention a Fanatic to get 10% off.
Hi, I'm State School Superintendent Tom Horn. Arizona has a shortage of teachers and a need to improve students' proficiency in reading and math. We need to increase teachers' income, which they deserve, and to increase students' proficiency, which is my highest priority. I'm therefore providing $40 million for one-on-one tutoring for grades 1 through 8, public and charter school students who did not perform proficient on the last state test. Learn more today at azia.gov.
Sponsored by the Arizona Department of Education.
We know how it goes. You can't always tune in and hear your favorite shows and hosts.
Dude, look, I'm a loser. Okay?
It's cool, bro. That's why we post podcasts of your favorite shows and hosts. Listen when you want to. Listen on demand.
That is great and frankly kind of amazing.
Go to 1580thefanatic.com to download.
Dave Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic. So does anybody know where Shohei Ohtani is going yet?
I think the Toronto Blue Jays, but
we don't know for sure, though, right?
No.
I know that there's a restaurant that is offering him free sandwiches, and they said they would change their name to the Shohei Ohtani Sandwich Shop if he would sign with the Giants. I guess this guy who owns Ike's Love and Sandwiches chain has said, if you come to the Giants, you get all the free sandwiches you want, and I'll change the name to Shohei's Love and Sandwiches right there in the Bay Area. So, I mean, I don't know anything about his sandwiches, but I'll tell you, if it was Potbelly subs, have you had any of those Potbelly subs?
Oh, yeah.
I had a sandwich in the airport not too long ago, coming from Oregon, and I was like, "Oh my God, that was like the best sub I've ever had." It was big, just ridiculousness of it. Just this sandwich was amazing. So yeah, if you were going to give me free sandwiches for whatever for life or whatever, I'd sign with anybody.
If it was Potbelly subs.
Yeah, if it was Potbelly subs, yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know about this guy's sandwiches. Just saying.
Wonder if they're good as Potbelly subs.
Kevin Durant, I guess he still gets free sandwiches to this day, even though he doesn't play for the Warriors. He actually offered those same sandwiches to Kevin Durant when he went there, and they gave Kevin Durant this little card, and he still uses it. He still uses.
That's pretty awesome.
Whenever he's in town, he goes in and gets himself a sandwich. And the guy Ike is like, "Yeah, I don't even care. I'm fine. We got championship then."
And from what I've read, Kevin Durant, notoriously stingy.
Yeah, makes sense. He's still trying. Is this good? Is this good? It's like, yeah, Kevin, it's good. It's all right, man. But I guess
I don't waste money, man.
If he changes the name at every location and he gets free sandwiches, that could be about $500,000 worth right there. That's $500,000 that he'd have to sort of put out to make good on the deal. But the thing is, it's a nice thought. But there, you pretty much no way Shohei Ohtani goes to the Giants, right?
No. No, if he signs anywhere, I feel like it will be probably the Toronto Blue Jays. A lot of people are still writing about the Dodgers, and the Dodgers have met with them yesterday at the owners' meetings.
For a couple hours.
Yeah, they talked to Davey Roberts, and he said he met with him for a couple of hours. However, everybody's playing the thing, kind of close to their vest. I mean, nobody wants to talk about it. Have they talked to Shohei? What happened in these things? And it's kind of frustrating the press corps, but Davey Roberts is the only person to say, I have actually met with Shohei. I talked with him for 2 to 3 hours. I presented everything to him, and he's a man. He's going to make his own decision, and we'll see what happens from there.
Well, we know that the Yankees and the Padres are finalizing that Juan Soto trade. So that is just about a done deal. Another rumor is that the Yankees may not hold on. No, that's not it. I thought that was a trade. It's not a trade.
Well, the Yankees, they picked up Verdugo from the Boston Red Sox.
No, there was something else they were saying. It turns out that's nothing. Kimbrel and the O's, they finalized their little deal.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to root against Juan Soto now.
Still nothing on Ohtani, though, huh? All right.
No, I would probably say in the next couple of weeks, you're going to hear something on Shohei Ohtani.
How much should I hope that all of a sudden you hear the Arizona Diamondbacks have made a deal with Shohei Ohtani?
Greater than less than 1%.
Well, hold on. We were just in the World Series. And so Shohei may be like, and then they had a bullpen game. Hey, maybe I could future help them, after a year of hitting for them. Maybe I could future help them. Why wouldn't he want to be an Arizona Diamondback?
Because he's a free agent right now.
And he wants lots of money.
We got lots of money.
He wants
we don't spend
$500 million.
We don't spend it.
All guaranteed.
I agree with you. The Kendricks do have a lot of money.
I don't think the Diamondbacks are going to get Shohei. I mean, there's been rumors, and we heard Donnie talk about it yesterday. Shohei Ohtani was at the airport, this, that, and the other. Doesn't mean anything to me. I would be very, very shocked if the Diamondbacks went out and took their entire budget and place it on Shohei Ohtani. I don't see them doing that.
It's just worth a thought, I guess. Chief Skull says, I'm sure we can talk about Ron DeSantis, suing the USGA to allow for hopped up balls on tour. Free balls. No, he's just got the money to sue the NCAA for not letting Florida or FSU, be in the tournament. So, in fact, that's a real thing. He's asking the state of Florida for $1 million so they can sue the NCAA because they didn't include FSU.
So they can waste everybody's money.
Yes.
If this is how you're going to act, I'm glad Florida State didn't get in. This is ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. Teams have been snubbed from the playoff before. You're not the first one.
Yeah. Yeah. You can't just be suing everybody when we don't like the outcome.
Yeah. It's just, You had bad luck. Okay. Jordan Travis broke his leg, and that's bad luck. But that's all it is.
Moist One says, you know that Ike sandwich guy, he did that for Aaron Judge too. His sandwiches must suck because they made Aaron go back to New York.
Also, Aaron's been in Subway commercials, so
yeah, he's got a sandwich deal already. Blissful Hayes and I think Blissful Hayes and who is the other one here? Somebody else talking about Mr. Pringle. Did we determine that Blissful Hayes and Mr. Pringle are the same person? Because I got the exact same text from both of them. Again, I think they're the same person. Talking about the app not working. They both said that. Then they both said, hey, it's back on. Now they say it's both back on. I tested it live on air and it worked for me. It worked for everybody else. So, yeah, they're the same person. Kiss the Cook says, the rollback on balls will only affect pros and amateurs as far as distance. The rollback will provide the USGA the opportunity to utilize older, iconic golf courses.
I mean, I like the idea, but my thing is Titleist and Nike and all of these golf companies, as long as there are no limits in the pro game for what they can do or in tournaments for what they can do, but, you know, by the PGA, USGA, and whoever else, they're just going to keep innovating until whatever rollback the ball has isn't going to matter in like 5 years.
Big George says, Randy, the high today in Phoenix was 84 degrees. It's a new record. What's going on? Are we ever going to cool down? Like for real and for permanent?
We've been cool. I mean, last weekend was very cool in the Valley of the Sun. We only got up to the 60s on Sunday.
But now here we are in the 80s. What's good? What gives, man?
Well, I mean, this is the desert. I mean, this is the world's giant kitty litter box, and we get up to the 80s sometimes. It's the overnight lows you got to look at, not just the highs.
Yeah, a lot of people don't work in the overnight lows. A lot of people work outside in the highs of 82 and 84, 2 records 2 days in a row.
Oh, geez. When you're talking about 117, 118.
Yeah, but this is the time of year we're supposed to get relief. And, when they start to pop back up like that, that's not relief. That's boo-boo.
I don't think it's a big major issue. I mean, this is part of living.
We don't
in
work
Arizona.
outside. The people who work outside aren't thrilled about it. This is supposed to be the time they get to feel good. And now they got the sun bearing down on them and hitting them with 84 degrees.
Feels much better than 117. I think
Sure
we can
it
all
does.
agree with that.
But it's not supposed to be happening. Can you give us a weather report so we know what to look forward to? I don't even know. I'm going to be working on some cars this weekend. I need to know what I'm in for.
From the 1580 Harman Solar, Fanatic. Harman. Wait a minute.
Yeah. It's a weather center. Yeah.
Here we go. From the Harman Solar 1580, the Fanatic Weather Center, Chief Meteorologist Randino Latino, the Weather Hefe, coming at you live. 81 degrees currently downtown Phoenix, with no clouds in the sky, no chance of precipitation. It's going to be 68 by Saturday, 69 Sunday. Cooling off tomorrow, 76 for your high, 71 on Friday. And the overnight lows continue to be in the mid-40s as we progress through the week. Currently outside, the barometric pressure is around 31% or whatever it is.
Nobody
degrees.
knows what to do with that, Randy.
I don't either. But nobody really in the world of weather knows what to do with the barometric pressure. Humidity at 38%. And you can see for several miles from the 1580, the Fanatic Weather Center.
To see anything several miles away.
Chief Meteorologist, the Weather Hefe, Randy White. Back to you, Jeff Cope.
Thank you, Randy. I appreciate that. Fish Tank says this is the time of year. This is that time of year where you go into work wearing a sweater, but if you leave work wearing a sweater, oh my God, it's like an oven out there. I hear you, Fish
I don't know
Tank.
what everybody's complaining about. I'll be honest with you.
Because we have our hot time. We have
this is
accepted
not
the hot
hot.
time.
This
This is the
is
cool
not.
time. This is supposed to be the cool time.
And as soon as the weather,
Stop
as soon as the sun
bouncing
goes
back
down.
into it. No,
Oh,
I'm sorry. You're wrong. You are wrong.
I
We
am,
were
not
promised this
wrong.
time, and we
I
get
am
at least a
not
couple
wrong.
of months.
I'm a meteorologist, and I'm not wrong. I'm a scientist.
I don't like
sir.
your attitude.
I don't like your attitude, sir.
Do I have a
Sir.
very low bar that
Sir.
anything that's not 115 I'm okay with?
71, 72,
got here.
71,
Yeah.
67, 66, all next week.
But after this past summer,
I don't know what you want, sir.
For it not to get in the 80s, Randy.
we hit
Oh
80
my
and I was like,
God.
oh, thank God.
I've never heard so much crying on this radio program
I'm not
before.
crying. I'm just tired of this crap. I mean, and it was hot longer into the fall than it's ever been. The record highs. I'm just, hey, we need to knock this off. I'm
A
tired of
waning
it.
crescent
I want my
is the
5
moon
months
phase right
of good
now.
weather, not my 3 months of good weather.
Humidity at
People who've lived here a while know what
26%.
I'm talking about. Damn it!
Sunset
All right.
tonight at 5:20.
Hour 3 coming up next. It's Daily Blender on 1580 The Fanatic.
Paid actor portrayal.
I didn't see it coming. Life can be so unpredictable. After losing my dad, it made me think about my family if something were to happen to me. The mortgage, car payments, and all the other bills. Even things like our annual summer vacation would be out of reach. I had heard about life insurance through Ethos and how easy it was to get coverage. They were right. I knew it was time to stop putting it off and get life insurance right now. I got on my computer and went to ethoslife.com. In just 10 minutes, I was covered. And boom, family protected. Thanks to Ethos, my family won't have to worry about the bills if the unpredictable happens to me.
Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at getethos.com. That's GETETHOS.com.
At Granger, we're for the ones who specialize in saving the day and for the ones who've mastered the art of keeping business moving. We offer industrial-grade supplies for every industry with same-day pickup and next-day delivery on most orders, all backed by real people ready to help. So you can get the right answers and products right when you need them. Call quickgranger.com or just stop by. Granger, for the ones who get it done.
Steve Jurich here. After working in financial services for over 20 years, I finally confirmed what investors really want, including me. And it's simple. All they're asking for is 20% annual return with no risk and 100% liquidity. Here's the problem. A money market is safe and liquid, but offers almost zero yield. Mutual funds and ETFs are liquid with upside potential, but aren't safe. A carefully selected next-generation index annuity through IQ Wealth may offer 10% ample liquidity, principal protection, and a lifetime income yield potentially double to triple that of quality bonds. By yielding more income using fewer dollars, our system allocates more money for you for capital growth. It's a winning combination.
Call leading annuity authority Steve Jurich now. 480-902-3333. Guarantees rely on the claims paying ability of the insurer, so compare with Steve. 480-902-3333. Call Steve now.
Jeffrey O'Brien here, and congratulations. You just made it through the hottest summer in Arizona history. No lie. The only proof you need is in that electric bill. If you don't have solar, I wonder how bad it's going to get next year. You need to call Harmon Solar today. Harmon Solar could save you over 80% off your electric bills. They're a locally owned, family-owned company. Call Harmon Solar for a free estimate. 800-281-3189. That's 800-281-3189, or go to harmonsolar.com.
KQFN Tempe. Also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM. And K240U Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
It's time for the third hour.
All right, people, settle down because it's time.
For what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
All right, everybody, it's 5 o'clock here on the Daily Blender. I'm your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. Got Keon Rose in the control room there, and you guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580, as we broadcast live in the Harmon Solar Studios in Scottsdale. So the transfer portal is very busy, Keon. Lots and lots of guys in the transfer portal. Yeah, lots of quarterbacks. Why are there so many quarterbacks in the transfer portal? because I guess they're the second string quarterback trying to find a better opportunity. They're the first string quarterback who says, "You guys suck. I want to play for a good team." I don't know which way that goes with some of these guys. Maybe you can help fill us in, and also how big a deal some of these are. Here are some notable guys in the transfer portal. Kyle McCord, we talked about this before, the quarterback from Ohio State. You got Walter Nolan, a defensive lineman from Texas A&M. You got Dylan Gabriel, quarterback from Oklahoma. Got Dante Moore, quarterback from UCLA. Cameron Ward, a quarterback from Washington State. You got Will Howard, quarterback from Kansas State. Tobias Merriweather, it's a wide receiver from Notre Dame. Got Riley Leonard, a quarterback from Duke. You got DJ Ukulele, quarterback from Oregon State. You got Grayson McCall, quarterback from Coastal Carolina. And then you got a left tackle. You got Lieutenant Overton, who's a defensive lineman from Texas A&M.
Wait a minute. DJ Ukulele is in the transfer portal again?
It's Uiagalelei. There's no N in there. It's
Uiagalelei.
But there's no N in there.
I don't know how to. I don't know. We've already.
UIA. Is this the same guy we argued about before?
Correct.
Yeah.
That's
you
how
can't have an in your name without an in the way you typed it.
Pronounced. He didn't choose
I
to
need
make
to go to Hawaii. I need to sit down with these people,
the problem
explain to him how this works.
It's not with the Hawaiians.
Yeah.
It's whoever decided that translating Hawaiian to English was spelled that way, which I don't believe was the Hawaiians.
Well, then I want to go rescue them from themselves. This is horrible.
So they,
I can't say this.
This has happened to them. This is not exactly their call.
I'm going to get Tua Tagovailoa in a plane, and we're going to go there and straighten this out.
I'm sure that's going to go well, especially when you call him and.
He'll understand. He says, "You know, people call me Tua because nobody can pronounce it. Nobody.
People pronounce it all the time.
Nobody. Zero people can pronounce it.
I'm pretty sure everybody can pronounce it.
Yeah. Nobody.
But there's a number of guys, especially the defensive guys that are in the transfer portal, that they played at Texas A&M. Well, what just happened to Texas A&M? Well, they fired Jimbo Fisher and hired a new coach, Mike Elko. So Mike Elko is there. He's there to take over. But none of those guys were recruited by Mike Elko. They don't have any commitment to Mike Elko. Into the transfer portal they go. I mean, it's just, you want to play for somebody that brought you in, and the recruiting process is basically staying in touch with this person for months and months and months, and making them, feel like this is the place that you want to play. And if you play for me, I'm gonna give you certain things. And if you like, playing time, or you have an opportunity to do this, they don't have that guarantee with Mike Elko.
Yeah, but DJ Ukulele, I don't understand. This would be his second or third time transferring.
It's his second. Yeah, he was at Clemson before, and he had a good season at Oregon State. So I don't know exactly if he's leaving, and I think this is a graduate transfer for him, so he's allowed to do that. But I think that just the shakeup with the Pac-12, the fact that was Oregon State one of the teams that was left behind? I think that there's a whole lot of uncertainty there.
Oregon State's coach left to Michigan State, says the moist one.
Yeah, so that usually you see coaching departures. Riley Leonard leaving Duke. Mike Elko went to Texas A&M to fill in, so it's possible Leonard even follows him to A&M. But if someone else gives him, a better offer, or there's a better team that can be put around him, he may go there.
I want to do the analysis of DJ Oogie Googie and some of these other guys. Or Moisman says DJ Oogie Gooey. Are these people that we should want at ASU? Should we be trying to get any of these guys?
I mean, if you could get DJ, that would be nice. He had a great year last year. There are a lot of quarterbacks that are in the transfer portal right now that can play. Kyle McCord is probably one with a lot of question marks around him, because when you're at Ohio State and people at Ohio State think you're a system quarterback, you might have a few problems.
So is this an NIL situation, or is this they just want to go play for a winner kind of thing? Or is it just kind of a combination of both?
It's a combination of both. I think that for them, especially the guys that are leaving places where the coach that recruited them is going, to be able to play for a winner, or to be able to play with a coach that, hey, I might fit in somebody else's scheme better than Mike Elko, or Mike Elko hasn't hired his staff yet. What's his defensive coordinator going to be? What's his special teams coach going to be? Like, how do I fit in that rather than wait around and wait for all of the spots to be taken at other places? You just put your name in the transfer portal and figure it out later. If Mike Elko really, really wants somebody, if Mike Elko says, I want Walter Nolan to stay, that guy's awesome, I think he'll be great, he can convince him to come back. Like, putting your name in the transfer portal doesn't mean you're guaranteed gone.
Who's one of who is the best quarterback in the transfer portal? Is it DJ Ukulele or is it somebody else? Kyler McCord, maybe? I don't know.
I think that Riley Leonard has a very strong case.
I need to know who to focus on because I have an idea.
Okay. I mean, I don't know. You got a few options. I mean, Dylan Gabriel, you should probably go after him. He was really good at Oklahoma.
Right,
just got knocked out of their last game.
DJ Ukulele, Dylan Gabriel, and one more guy. Just give me one more good guy out that list. Is it Kyle McCord?
Yeah, let's go with Kyle McCord.
Okay. Those three guys, first come, first serve. I don't have a sandwich shop to give you free sandwiches, but I will make you a free sandwich every day in my kitchen. By my hand. I will make you a good sandwich.
So you're saying you'll go to the store,
yeah,
and you will get the fixings.
Well, I already have them here. I have a sandwich almost every day for lunch.
And you will make these college quarterbacks a homemade sandwich from Jeffrey O'Brien's kitchen every day.
And a bag of chips.
Ooh.
Free sandwich and a bag of chips.
And a bag of chips.
At my table. You can come and get it every day.
We have a variety of chips on hand.
Oh, yeah. My wife gets the multi-variety box. I got Cool Ranch Doritos, regular Doritos, Cheetos, Lay's, Ruffles, Fritos, sometimes the chili cheese Fritos. Just depends on the box. But yes, I will sit there and I will make you a nice ham and cheese sandwich or a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Whatever you want. Whatever you want.
What if they want something different? Turkey.
It's a free sandwich.
Maybe some lettuce.
Whatever I got in the fridge. You want tomato? I'll do that.
Jack cheese.
Sure. Whatever is in the fridge.
Bread on toasted sourdough.
Whatever is in the fridge. I'm not promising that you're going to always get the same thing in the fridge every time.
What about?
But I'll make you a sandwich every day.
Multigrain and dill pickles. What if that's all you have left in the fridge?
Oh, you know what? We're not savages here. We always have some sort of something in the fridge.
But can you guarantee that
yes.
For these people to come to
yes.
the Arizona State? What do you mean? Yes.
Yes. I guarantee you I'll always have some good meats in the fridge to make a sandwich.
What if you have those nasty barbecue Lay's potato chips? That's all you have left.
I like them. I'll eat them.
Well, we're not talking about you. We're talking about these college recruits.
Listen, I will make sure it is a well-stocked pantry and fridge to have the basics.
Hot dogs?
Hot dogs isn't a sandwich. I've offered a sandwich.
I didn't say it was a sandwich. I said it was a hot dog.
I've offered a sandwich.
Asking additionally, all right,
bag of chips.
Hot dogs be offered?
No, I'm not going to expand the menu here. It's a sandwich.
Corn dogs?
No. Those are for me.
So you don't really want them to come here and play that?
So why do I have to expand? I thought it was a pretty nice
promise.
offer.
Well,
I got a ham and cheese sandwich with tomato and lettuce, and you also get a bag of chips.
What if they want roast beef?
If I have roast beef, so I'll give them roast beef. If they say, hey, it'd be great up in here is some roast beef. I'll be like, you know what, Mr. Ukulele, you're right. Tomorrow, we have roast beef.
What if he needs it that day?
Well, tough crap. I got what I got. I don't think any of these guys are unreasonable. They'll say, hey, you got a roast beef? No, I'll have it tomorrow. Fair enough. Give me that ham sandwich. I'm hungry. See what I'm saying?
What if they're allergic to ham?
They die. Well, listen, I can't solve all the problems of the world, Randy.
What if they have
if they start eating a ham sandwich knowing they're allergic to ham, they die. I'll throw them in the pool.
Peanut allergies.
They're not going to
get some of that.
They're not going to make it.
Some of that. What do you call that? Biographical.
Why you got to
fake
complicate
peanut
this?
butter? No, I'm just trying to throw out. Look, I've got your back on this, Jeffco. If you're going to be recruiting and you're going to lay these promises out there, I'm just trying to help you.
I promise a sandwich and a bag of chips. And I am open to requests, but I can't promise same day on those requests. And hey, I'll expand it. It's like every now and then, hey, guess what? Today is egg salad day. Oh, this is a special day.
Egg salad is special?
Yeah, the way I make it. I'm telling you right now, this is a fair deal.
What
So
do you-
if DJ Ukulele wants to come to ASU from Oregon State through the transfer portal, I promise him a sandwich and a bag of chips every day.
Okay, but you can't call him DJ Ukulele to his face. You know that, right?
Do I, Mr. Ukulele?
No,
Sir Ukulele.
Just no ukulele whatsoever. In fact,
Well, maybe
just-
we should focus on McCord and Gabriel.
maybe just focus on the DJ part and just
What's up, DJ?
Yeah.
You want a sandwich? Say my name. Get out of my house. I don't know.
I just don't think the ukulele thing is going to go over well. Yeah, maybe.
How do you say his name?
Uwe Ungalale.
Ooh-wee. Ungale.
Ungalale. Yeah.
Lale.
Ungalale.
Yeah.
Lale.
Ooh-wee. Ungalale.
Yeah.
Is that how you say it?
Yeah.
Can I get away saying
if
it?
you do that, that's going to be
I mean,
weird.
if you say it like that, yeah, I mean, look, I
DJ.
think, but I
Sandwich
think
for DJ.
he might
Ungalele.
he might prefer that to ukulele, but I don't know how much more he would prefer that. Barely,
How
maybe.
about you just call him Deej? Hey, Deej.
Hey,
What's up, Deej?
Deej.
Sandwich? You got a sandwich. By the way, if somebody called my last name wrong and I still got a free sandwich and a bag of chips, not complaining.
What do you mean? Instead of O'Brien, they say O'Brien?
They say O'Brien. I'll be like, thank you for the sandwich. I will be on my way.
I don't know why they're going to stutter on O'Brien.
Just saying, if anybody did get my name wrong, I wouldn't be upset about it if I got a free sandwich.
O'Brien.
That's me. Got my right over here. I'll take that sandwich. Thank you. Not even mad. Not even mad. Fish Tank says, speaking of the ukulele, did you guys see Tua playing guitar on the Manning Cast Monday? No, I missed that. Was he any good? Was it a ukulele? Boy, I tuned in at the wrong time.
Did he sing Somewhere Over the Rainbow?
That would be on point. Moist One says Kyle McCord's agent when he decides to turn pro. You got a picture of Adam Silver saying, "Get ready to learn Canadian, buddy."
Yeah, Kyle McCord is interesting to me because I think that he's got a big arm, but I just didn't see it last year. It just he started off really slow, and I thought that a lot of those throws that he had were kind of manufactured by him or manufactured for him by Ryan Day. I mean, I'm interested in seeing him somewhere else because if another coach can get those same results, okay, I might be more inclined to believe in Kyle McCord, but I just was never high on him in the first place.
Just another face in the crowd wants to know, does the fridge have mayo or Miracle Whip? Hey, bring out the best foods or just kiss my ass. That's what I say.
What about Duke's? What about Duke's
I've
mayonnaise?
never had Duke's mayonnaise. I couldn't tell you
Oh, it's good. It's good.
It's best foods. You
You know,
bring
this
out the
came-
best foods or you just kiss my ass.
I don't think that was the tagline.
Should be.
I don't think that Best Foods brought that tagline out. I don't think that's
what the Hellmans? Yeah.
No, I don't think that was Hellman's either.
Same thing. I don't know.
No.
They
If
should
I-
hire me for that.
They should do that because if I had heard what the Hellman's
What
in
the
a commercial, I would have gone out and bought Hellman's that
See?
day.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm an ad man. Navy Devil says Riley Leonard is supposed to go to Notre Dame. Dylan Gabriel is supposed to go to Oregon. Kyle McCord was visiting with Nebraska. You know, but I got sandwiches. So
Yeah, but and all of those things.
But you got
Could-
no
could
news
pan
on ukulele.
So I would also say, hey,
We do
listen,
not.
I know Queen Creek is a little bit of a drive. So when you come out, I will give you 7 sandwiches. You can come out once a week and get 7 sandwiches.
7.
Yeah, for the entire week. I'm including Saturday and Sunday. Hey, I am not cheap, man. I'm not cheap. If I'm going to offer one of these guys a free sandwich every day, they're getting every day. Okay,
These are growing
every day.
boys. You know
That's why
they're
they're
going to
getting-
eat
Well, that's why they
7
get the bag of
sandwiches in
chips.
one day.
Well, that's on them. Still worth it if you think about it.
What
Still
if they
worth
eat
it.
all 7 sandwiches and then tomorrow they come back and visit your house?
I ain't answering the door. I'm not going to open the door through the. They won't get through the front security gate. Like, you've had your sandwiches. I'll see you in 7 days. Just turn the car around. You're lucky I even answered.
I was sunbathing when you called me.
Unless you're going to put some lotion on my back, just don't even get out of the car. Oh well. Yeah, the offer stands. The offer stands. Hey, what's the story on Brock Vandegrift? Is that guy worth a damn? Should we?
Well, he's submitted papers so he could change his last name.
Oh,
I hadn't heard that.
Oh, he went to Kentucky.
Yeah, he went to
Never mind.
Kentucky. That's what I was about to say.
The hell with that guy. Oh, by the way, this was like a week or so ago. Barstool Sports posted a picture of this Oklahoma Sooners fan cheering at the game, and he was missing a bunch of teeth.
Okay.
And
Typical.
all these people just started making fun of the guy, just like taking shots at him because he's missing some teeth. But there was one person out there who saw that, and they're like, you know what? I'm not going to make fun. I'm going to make better. A guy named Brett Francis, he was also at the game, happens to be a dentist. He asked people online, hey, help me track this guy down. And now he's fixing that dude's teeth for free. How about that? He should have his full new smile by Christmas.
That's an
Fantastic.
amazing
Good for
thing
him.
that he did. He should probably lend those services out to the rest of Oklahoma.
Yeah, there's a lot of work to do there.
But for that guy, yeah, you know what? That's a nice thing.
For that one guy.
Yeah. I mean,
You'll know who he is. He'll be the only person in Oklahoma with all this. Just, hey, I know you. All right, we got to take a break. When we come back, let's talk some NFL. It's a Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
This is Brent Musburger's Action Update on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic. Take the guesswork out of your holiday gifts. OmahaSteaks.com for 50% off site-wide and save an additional $30 with promo code VSIN. OmahaSteaks.com.
NFL Week 14 begins on Thursday night. The Pittsburgh Steelers will be hosting the New England Patriots. Pittsburgh at 7-5 will go with Mitch Trubisky at quarterback for the injured Kenny Pickett, who has a high ankle sprain. The Steelers averaging just 16.5 points per game, but they are a 6-point favorite against the Patriots, who come into the contest at 2-10, averaging just over 12 points a contest. Patriots are plus 235 on the money line. The Steelers are minus 290. The over-under in a game featuring two of the lowest scoring teams in the league, 30.5. I'm Tony Desiri with your VSiN Action Update on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
Hey guys, Chris Brockman here. Prize Picks. It's the most fun I've had, winning up to 25 times my money this football season. And now I can play during basketball season too. I can take combo projections across both sports. Just select 2 or more players, pick more or less their projection, and place your entry. You could turn $10 into $250 with just a few taps. Easy gameplay, quick withdrawals, and an enormous selection of players and stat options are what makes Prize Picks the #1 daily fantasy sports app. And Prize Picks is the only DFS platform with an injury insurance policy, keeping you in the game if one of your players goes down. Join the Prize Picks community of more than 7 million football fans who have already signed up. Right now, Prize Picks will match your first deposit up to $100. Just visit prizepicks.com/primetime and use the code PRIMETIME. That's code PRIMETIME at prizepicks.com/primetime for a first deposit match of up to $100. Prize Picks, daily fantasy sports made easy. Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details.
At Granger, we're for the ones who specialize in saving the day and for the ones who've mastered the art of keeping business moving. We offer industrial-grade supplies for every industry with same-day pickup and next-day delivery on most orders, all backed by real people ready to help. So you can get the right answers and products right when you need them. Call quickgranger.com or just stop by. Granger, for the ones who get it done.
There's a reason why conventional healthcare is referred to as practicing medicine. Hi, this is Dr. Hannah Lindsay. At the Naturopathic Physicians Group in Scottsdale, our doctors are experts in full spectrum care using a natural approach. I regularly see patients with a variety of acute and chronic health conditions, including many autoimmune and rheumatological diseases. We can restore pain-free joint function and balance immune, digestive, and hormone systems, which often improves both immediate physical symptoms and overall well-being. We emphasize natural and holistic interventions with lifestyle changes and take advantage of the full palette of care options from traditional remedies to modern science. We collaborate with experts in a wide range of health disciplines, including physical therapists and specialist physicians, referring patients as needed to ensure the most effective care possible. So how about a second opinion on your health? You might just end up feeling like yourself again. Call Naturopathic Physicians Group at 480-451-6161. That's 480-451-6161, or go to naturopathicgroup.com.
Grand Canyon University basketball is back for another exciting season. After advancing to March Madness in 2 of his 3 seasons as the head coach, Bryce Drew brings a team to the court this season, picked to win the conference once again, and led by first-team All-WAC selection Gabe McLaughlin and WAC preseason Player of the Year Ray Harrison. Check out the schedule at gculopes.com to find matchups with San Francisco, DePaul, Liberty, and last year's national championship runner-up, the San Diego State Aztecs. Join me, Michael Potter, and Lopes insider Paul Coro all season long right here on The Fanatic, the home of Lopes basketball.
Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic. I had to Google a thing. Just now. We have a new texter here on the text line. It says, texting in for the first time to say, get yourself some Kewpie mayo. It'll change your life. Is it Kewpie or Q-Pie? Have you ever heard of that, Keon? I've never heard of it, but I Googled it, and it seems to be a real thing. And it's got like a red lattice checker front thing on it. Very kind of an odd. Where does that come from? Never even heard. Is that? Oh, it's an Asian mayonnaise. Okay. So what's different about the Kewpie mayo, new texter? And also, welcome to the Daily Blender. Good to hear from you. Fish Tank says, speaking of the ukulele there. Yeah, he did. He played Eric Clapton, Tears in Heaven. And then in the background, you saw a kid go running out the window. No, I'm kidding. I just want to see if anybody's paying attention. He says he played for the Manning brothers. Oh, the Manning brothers sang it horribly. Fun little fact, that song is about a clumsy little kid. Yes, that's true. Yeah. That seems like a downer. You're on the Manning cast, and all of a sudden you start singing a song about a kid who went out the window of a high-rise building. Probably not the go-to song I would go to, Tua. Probably not the right song.
It is the person who goes to karaoke and sings the saddest song. You're just did you have to do that? You know, there's just
Eric Clapton. I'm pretty sure he forgot to thank the kid when he won the Grammy. He's like, I want to thank my agent. I want to. Whoa, really? Because I think I'd start with the kid personally. And I don't think I'd be that happy about it.
Given that his sacrifice
and little Timmy, who thought he could fly, but found out quickly he couldn't.
For a short time, he could. 888-368-1580. Mr. Pink Eye says, where do we pick up our free sandwiches? It's not for you, Pink Eye. That's only for one of those 3 quarterbacks if they transfer to ASU. Please try to pay attention.
Though Pink Eye, if you end up playing for ASU, you too.
I didn't offer him sandwich.
He's not playing for ASU.
He's not playing for ASU. Against the Spread is on the text line and says, congratulations to the NFL and the Buffalo Bills for staying true to the highest level of hypocritical nonsense. Von Miller, available this weekend after facing a 3rd-degree felony for assaulting his pregnant girlfriend. Meanwhile, a Dolphins cameraman is suspended for the year because he cheered. That's right. You are absolutely right about that against the Spread. It is boo-boo. And but here's the thing. Here's the difference. This is why they aren't doing anything, because the woman has already attempted to recant the whole story and situation. So now there's a lot of question marks around it. I'm going to say, when there's that much smoke, you got to start thinking there's some fire. You know what I mean? And why is this pregnant woman kind of think about taking back the story? Because she is financially dependent, and so is the baby in her belly, more than likely, on Von Miller still playing football games. So, there's a lot more to this story. But if she's pulling back on it, if she's going back on her claim, saying she doesn't want any trouble, he's probably not going to be charged. And the NFL then is like, well, he hasn't been charged. There's really nothing we can do about this.
I remember Roger Goodell. He's selective about what the league can and can't punish, because sometimes the league doesn't, or the league does punish somebody, and you go, well, that person wasn't convicted of anything. And Roger Goodell would like to remind you, oh, no, it doesn't matter, because we're not the law. We can hand out our own punishments independently of the law. And then there are other times where all of a sudden they're toothless and clawless. They've got no bite to them because, well, the law didn't find anything wrong. So what can we do? And he seems to go back and forth between being able to actually enforce the rules and acting like he can't enforce the rules.
Yeah. So the Bills, acting in a similar fashion, they're like, hey, we're not investigators. We weren't present. So you have to let all that stuff play out and follow the lead of the NFL. So he's like, yeah, well, Von Miller's here. There's no reason to not let him practice. There's no reason to not let him play. And again, the alleged victim denied that any assault took place. So what are you going to do? What are you going to do?
Nothing. And the other thing that's confusing me about this entire thing is I've seen the NFL hide stuff, bury stuff, fail to act on stuff for players that are legitimately playing great football. And so it's crappy, but from a business sense, I guess I can see it. Von Miller's not even playing well. He sucks right now.
So there's three different incidences. Okay. And, certain things have happened. I think in Denver, it was one of those things where, sometimes law enforcement covers things up so you can play football. It happens for college, when it comes to law enforcement, and it happens in the pros. And, he's got three different times something has happened and he's gotten away with it. Assuming those things are actually things, right? Maybe they're all boo-boo. Maybe it's all garbage, right? But in my experience, probably not. And so 3 times the alarm bell has been rung and then ignored. In my experience, the next time will be worse.
Yeah.
If somebody is getting away with things, they have a sense of invincibility. What comes next is going to be worse. And what comes next, you're going to look back and go, we had 3 different times something happened. Why did we not pay attention? Why was nothing done? And, I hope not. I don't want anybody getting hurt. But if Von Miller gets away with something 3 times, he'll do it again. Yeah, and it's going to be worse.
And that's the thing. And to what you're saying, this is the 3rd time. It's not, we talk about, people maybe losing their jobs or losing their careers on baseless accusations. But when you have 3 separate instances of something, that's a pattern of behavior. That's not somebody making up stuff. That's not somebody trying to get a cash grab.
Officers saw the abrasions on her neck.
I'm sorry. That is enough. That's enough.
And her denial does not mean that they can't still press charges.
I mean, and it also, again, doesn't mean that the NFL can't act. I mean, okay, you might not have been convicted of anything, but we as the NFL believe you were engaging in conduct detrimental to the league. Boom.
So
it's over.
That's a slippery slope on both sides of the knife. Let me tell you why. You don't want the NFL involved in trying to make up their own mind about something one direction or the other. They will get it wrong in both directions. Somebody's innocent, they're guilty. Somebody's guilty, they're innocent.
They've already done it.
Ways.
Remember when they had the Ray Rice video and decided not to do anything with it?
Oh, there's some good, clean fun there.
Yeah, there was a video of a man punching his fiance on an elevator, and they were like, "Yeah, no, that's already a decision to act." And this is not the only time, of course. They have suspended people for less, quite frankly, than what Von Miller is doing. So if it's a slippery slope, they've already gotten on the slope. Why are you pretending like this is not a thing now?
You know, this doesn't end well if he keeps just getting away with stuff like that. If it's something, I mean, again, there is always the chance that each time he was accused of something that he didn't actually do. But when you tell me the cop showed up and he's there, he's ran off, she's there, she says he did, and she's got bruises and abrasions and stuff like that.
And this is the third instance. Like that part to me is what puts it over the top. This isn't the first time. Because I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt the first time. Can't give you the benefit of the doubt the third time.
McMama says she may want to drop the charges, but the state could still pursue charges for Von Miller. Well, it was Texas. I don't know how they do things there. So as long as it's not a woman aborting a baby, I think they're very lax in some of their other laws.
And for Von Miller too, it depends on where in Texas, because Von Miller was a Texas A&M Aggie. And so the legacy guys, if it happens anywhere near College Station, I'm willing to bet Von Miller's not going to get into a whole ton of trouble.
Beer Nut says in the state of Texas, the state can pick up the charges even if the victim signs to not file charges. Yes, that's what McMama says. Taco Kenny says, is Von Miller related to OJ? No, if he was related to OJ, this would have been a decapitation 3 times ago. Big George says, did Von Miller go to the Sean P. Diddy Combs?
Oh my God.
School of Abuse?
Wasn't expecting to hear that today.
Back to the Kewpie mayonnaise person. They say Asian style mayonnaise uses only egg yolk, making it much more rich and flavorful. Yeah, higher cholesterol too. Sure. Some Chipotle hot sauce, get that in there and make it amazing dipping sauce. Sounds good. I'm not going to lie to you. It does sound good, 3063. And by the way, if you want to text her nickname, now's the time to think about it. Chief Skull says, I want to say thank you to everyone that helped me along the way. With that, I will announce I'm taking my talents to ASU. With the NIL and the promise of 7 sandwiches a week, it was hard for me to turn it away. Chief Skull, you did win a jersey. You did not win 7 sandwiches for me. I would bet that you're not even... How old are you, Chief Skull? I'm guessing you're not probably even in range to play for a college.
My guess is you don't have any years of eligibility left. That would just be a solid guess.
Can we talk NFL now?
Please.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about it. So NBC, well, this isn't NFL, but it leads us into talking about the NFL. NBC has announced that they will not televise the games of the USFL and the XFL. They were airing some games along with Fox for the USFL, but now that the two have merged, the NBC's is like, you know what, this is going nowhere. We're out. Bye-bye. And it's all going to be on Fox and ESPN. Still don't know how many teams will there be.
Are you just going to combine the leagues fully? Because there's some overlap there.
Is it 16 teams? Is it 8 teams? Is it 8? I mean, there's
going to be 2 teams representing one city.
Which is fine because they have till March to figure it out.
Yeah, or if they do the thing where they play every game in Birmingham again, then it doesn't really matter, does it?
Yeah, this is a cluster bleep, beyond cluster bleep. But they are working on it. They say they're working on it. So whatever. USFL, XFL combo deal. It is coming, but it's not going to be on NBC. So now you know. Let's see here. Roger Goodell, he talks every now and then. I think sometimes he gets liquored up and can't shut up. And he was talking before about, Germany, blah, 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 team in Germany, blah, blah, blah. And well, now he's saying the NFL is actually planning to become very global with more international games over the next 5 to 10 years. They are really steering this thing to try to, I don't know what they're trying to do to set up a European league that sort of plays with the United States or eventually intersects in some way. It's just, the logistics of it don't make sense to have, NFL teams in Europe as actual home teams. I don't understand how they make that work.
Because we're talking about, what 10-hour flights and things. If we're going from like New York to Berlin or wherever else they've played, it's just, I really don't get it.
Well, you end up with you'd have a team go from say Germany, to the United States, and they're on a road trip. They play 3 away games, then they go back and they play a bunch of home games, then they come back. But even that, more than once is going to start to wear you down.
We've already seen teams get a little worn down from specifically the Jaguars, kind of just
the players
being over there. Yeah,
there's a novelty to it at first, and after that, they hate it. The drudgery of it,
and that's before we even get to some of the other stuff they haven't worked out. The fields over there suck for whatever reason. I don't know why. The game that they played in Germany, the field was so loose, guys were slipping everywhere.
Socialist grass.
Then you get to
grass.
Then you get to the UK, and the field is the most painful artificial field according to every lineman that's played over there this season. They haven't even sorted that out. How are you going to talk about expanding into Europe and having all these additional games when the fields for the regular season games you already have are terrible?
Well, this is at least what the NFL is thinking to do. And, once they get an idea in their head, there's no shifting.
That's true.
So we'll see what happens in the next 5 to 10 years. Just not thrilled about getting up early to watch some of those damn games. Navy Devil says, age in college football might not matter anymore since transfer portal guys are going into year 7. It's also a good point.
Well,
the Chiefs' goal, I think, is out of range.
The year 7 thing is that's not going to happen. I think Michael Penix Jr. is in year 6. He's all out of eligibility. And that includes a graduate transfer. So you would have to do the 4 years of college and then 1 graduate degree. And then a lot of guys are using that extra COVID year. That's not going to happen again. Once that whole 2020 class is gone, there's nobody going into year 7. That's not a thing that happens.
We have a new texter nickname for the person who suggested the Kewpie mayonnaise. Yeah, it's a Suffering A's fan. Suffering A's fan. Now,
there we go.
When I read your text, can I say Suffering A's fan?
I sure hope you do.
Because anytime I hear suffering, all I can think of is Sylvester.
Yeah, Suffering Succotash. Yeah.
Moist One says they need to merge with the Lingerie Football League. I'm okay with that.
They need to merge with not being around, but
I ain't gonna watch either, to be honest. So
it's just bad football. It's just.
Speaking of bad football games, now I watched the Pixar Toy Story version of that football game a few weeks ago. The Jaguars they were in England or something.
Yeah.
Yes.
But they did the Toy Story version, and it was kind of interesting to see how the technology would work and whatever. But it wasn't great. They're not ready for that sort of thing. It's impressive how far they've come, but I was like, okay, all right. And then I started to think these gimmicks, like what they do with Nickelodeon and what they did with the Toy Story. Do they have any idea if this is working? Is this actually creating new young NFL fans? Well, because if it's not, I would kindly ask them to knock it the hell off.
Well, I don't see why, because you don't have to watch it if it's not your thing. But I don't know if it's creating any new NFL fans, and I don't think we're going to know for a while. But they had pretty decent ratings with the Nickelodeon game, which is why they've continued doing it.
First, they're going after the kids, so they'll do the Nickelodeon thing. Now they're going after stoners. SpongeBob SquarePants is going to be on the Super Bowl telecast with the Nickelodeon's doing the Nickelodeon version of the Super Bowl, I guess.
Oh boy! Right.
And SpongeBob and Patrick will be there. I guess Nate Burleson and Noah Eagle are going to do it, and then you got Dora the Explorer. She's going to come out and how they have the referees, the retired referees explain things. Well, that's Dora the Explorer's job here. So I'm just if it's not working, can we just stop? Just knock it off.
I don't think they're going to know for a while. I mean, it's got to catch on with kids, and that's
anybody who's listening's kids been like suckered in by the Nickelodeon stuff?
But why should they knock it off? I mean, I'm not watching it either way. It doesn't to me. It just doesn't matter if they put it on Nickelodeon. I haven't watched Nickelodeon since I was in high school. There's nothing there for me. So if they put a football game over there, that's not for me. If it's the only way to watch the game, well, now I might have a problem, but it's not.
Moist One says, you guys should come check out my house. No, we're not coming to your house. No, come to my house this weekend. I bought the Pink Zone for Lingerie Football League. No idea what that means.
Yeah, he's making a Red Zone channel reference.
Oh, yeah. Gotcha.
There are not enough games happening simultaneously with that league for there to be any version of the Red Zone channel.
You've jumped right over the fact that we are never going to Moist One's house.
Yeah. It's just apart from the fact that his entire premise does not exist, we're also not going to Moist One's house.
There's a whole bucket and puts the lotion in the basket kind of vibe going on there.
Yeah.
I ain't going.
It's just have fun, man. You have fun.
Chief Skull says, hey, who said I previously attended college? With that, I have full eligibility available to join Uncle Rico at ASU. Yeah, but I didn't offer you the sandwich.
Yeah.
So.
Have you received any letter from Kenny Dillingham or anybody on that staff? Because you can decide to go, but if they don't accept you and if they don't offer you a scholarship or offer you anything, not even a walk-on position, then you kind of don't have.
I never offered you any sandwiches.
So.
Big George says, if the NFL puts teams in Europe, will we get NFL Europe version of the Red Zone hosted by Adolf Johansson? Is he going to be screaming at the audience the whole time in German? It's not good. It's not good. Yeah, you're right. That'd be terrifying. German Red Zone. Yeah. I might not sleep tonight. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
Hey guys, Chris Brockman here. Prize Picks. It's the most fun I've had, winning up to 25 times my money this football season. And now I can play during basketball season too. I can take combo projections across both sports. Just select 2 or more players, pick more or less their projection, and place your entry. You could turn $10 into $250 with just a few taps. Easy gameplay, quick withdrawals, and an enormous selection of players and stat options are what makes Prize Picks the #1 daily fantasy sports app. And Prize Picks is the only DFS platform with an injury insurance policy, keeping you in the game if one of your players goes down. Join the Prize Picks community of more than 7 million football fans who have already signed up. Right now, Prize Picks will match your first deposit up to $100. Just visit prizepicks.com/primetime and use the code PRIMETIME. That's code PRIMETIME at prizepicks.com/primetime for a first deposit match of up to $100. Prize Picks, daily fantasy sports made easy. Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details.
At Grainger, we're for the ones who specialize in saving the day and for the ones who've mastered the art of keeping business moving. We offer industrial-grade supplies for every industry with same-day pickup and next-day delivery on most orders, all backed by real people ready to help. So you can get the right answers and products right when you need them. Call quickgrainger.com or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
All right, so there we were, cruising through the new open-air zoo when I realized that the park was closing in like 15 minutes. That's when the afternoon took an exciting turn. Luckily, we were in my Nissan Rogue. With its powerful DC turbo engine, well, we had more than enough time to see all the animals. Whoa! And outrun a few!
Drive the Nissan Rogue. Now get the 2023 Nissan Rogue with best-in-class fuel economy among gas engines. Availability is limited. Shop at your local Nissan store or at nissanusa.com. Auto Pacific segmentation, excluding hybrids and electric vehicles. 2023 EPA fuel economy estimates from 28 city, 34 highway to 30 city, 37 highway for 2023 Nissan Rogue. As shown, Nissan Rogue Platinum all-wheel drive, 28 city, 34 highway. Actual mileage may vary.
When life gets overwhelming, help is only a phone call away. Trained and caring crisis specialists are available 24/7 at 844-534-HOPE to assist with suicidal thoughts, substance use issues, depression, anxiety, and more. You are never alone. When you need help, please call 844-534-HOPE from anywhere in Arizona. Call 844-534-HOPE now or text the word HOPE to 4HOPE 44673. This message is sponsored by Solari Crisis and Human Services.
Before becoming a professional announcer, I took the announcer oath, which forbids me from misleading listeners.
Just wrap your heads around the reality of that.
That means I speak the truth when I say you can listen to us on your smart speaker. Just say, listen to 1580 The Fanatic.
It's a Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic. Thundar, the San Barbarian, says, Jeffrey, not sure threatening to subject potential college recruits to food poisoning by subjecting them to your sandwiches is a good idea. Every day is going to prove an effective recruiting method. Just saying. I never get food poisoning myself. What makes you think I'm going to give somebody else food poisoning? You know, I mean, depends on how well they play. But
those would be only for the Arizona recruits.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that for you Arizona recruits ever. Chief Skull says, Kenny Dillingham? Wait, I thought we were talking college bowling. Oh, leave me alone, Chief Skull. The Italian Panty Burp says, I just read a story on The Athletic that says a former Jacksonville Jaguars employee is accused of stealing more than $22 million from the franchise between 2019 and 2023 by exploiting the organization's virtual credit card program. Use that money to buy, among other items, 2 vehicles, condominium, designer watch over $95,000. Some of that money was also allegedly used to purchase cryptocurrency and place bets with online gambling sites. Wow, that's amazing. I got to send me a link on that. I want to read that. That's awesome. Bad Fish says, football worldwide and on Nickelodeon. Donate what you can, and together we can make football better for everyone. Okay. Mr. Pink Eye says, Brandon Whedon was a 29-year-old rookie. Will it be a 6-inch or a foot-long sandwich? It's a sandwich on bread. I don't do sub rolls. I have good bread, though. Trust me. I've got good, like, multi-grain bread. Fish Tank says, I'm not going to lie. I'm 36, and that Nickelodeon Super Bowl sounds kind of amazing to get hammered to. That's the whole thought I had, is if you putting SpongeBob on there, you're trying to reach the ganja gang.
You know what's crazy about Brandon Whedon being a 29-year-old rookie? He was only in college for 4 years. He just started really late.
Wow. How long was he in high school then? How many years? That's like in Better Off Dead. I'm no dummy. I've been going to this high school for 7.5 years. Thundar says, here in California, we already have socialist grass up in San Francisco. See what I'm saying? It's just no damn good. It's just no damn good.
That's funny.
Oh, by the way, the No Fun people from the No Fun League, they're now saying they're reviewing the quarterback push play. That's going to lead to nothing good.
It's gone. I think they're going to take it away, which sucks because it's really grown on me. I enjoy it a lot.
Why take it away? That's the thing I don't understand.
It's because it's not something that everybody's doing.
No reason to pull it out.
In their ass kicking or in the process of getting their ass kicked on Sunday, the Commanders actually did that. They did the tush push. It's just I realized why they don't ever really do it. They don't ever end up in 3rd and short situations, so they can't. It was successful for them. It worked. Like anybody can do it if you practice it, if you build your offensive line that way. It's not impossible. So I just don't understand. There's no competitive disadvantage with it.
I'd be shocked if they voted it out because they say numerous clubs have asked about it and the conversation will continue into the offseason. But I don't think they'll get rid of it. I mean, it would be really dumb to get rid of it. Just because
I think
it's like
so
saying
too.
Because Tom Brady was a great quarterback, we're going to get rid of the forward pass.
It would be equally as ridiculous, but the forward pass has been around for so long, you obviously wouldn't eliminate that. But for this is new, and I think it's scary to a lot of these owners when they see one team being that particularly
but they're
proficient
not the only team who's had success with that. They are the best at it.
Yeah,
but they're not the only team. There is probably about 5-6 teams who have used it effectively.
Yeah,
and have that as part of their playbook. And I think every team should. It's just if you don't have the staff to make it work, don't try it.
Yeah, like the Giants who tried it and then got a lineman hurt.
It's kind of like the bat flip. If you don't want somebody to flip the bat, then get them out. And the tush push is a play that when it's run correctly, it is very effective. So now the NFL, because there's something working for one team that nobody else can seem to stop, they're going to take it away from that one team.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
If you want to get rid of it, stop it. figure out how to stop it. Oh, you
Jason-
can't stop it? Oh, well.
Jason Kelsey is so over it, though. He's so tired of the conversation. He says, you know what? Just ban it. Just ban it. At this point, I don't care. I'm over the discussion. We're really good at running quarterback sneak before we did the push, so I don't think we necessarily got to do this. Yeah, well, the way we do it helps. There's no question about it. I don't have the energy to care about whether it gets banned or not. We're going to run it right now because we're good at it. And whatever they decide to do next season, we'll find a way to do that at a high level too. So I don't blame him because you got to be sick to death about people whining about it.
Yeah, I heard somebody over at the Pro Football Focus say it's not really football. Quite frankly, with the way that they officiate the game, it might be the most football play we have left.
Yeah.
What are we doing? It's a contact physical play. It's my guys versus your guys. Strongest team wins. What is not football about that? And what is not entertaining about that? I just don't understand.
That is the human and football version of a tug of war. Biggest, strongest, side of the ball wins. And Randy's right. You want to stop it? Stop it on the field.
Yeah, because you know what? You know what they can't do on a 3rd and 3? The tush push. It's not going to get you 3 yards. So you still have to be in a situation where, okay, it's 3rd and 1. With the way the Eagles do it, it might be 3rd and 1.5. They could probably get it from nearly 2 yards out. But most teams can't do that. Like if you stop them 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4, they might run the ball, but it won't be the tush push.
Against the Spread says NFL needs to give these European names, if we get them, names that reflect each country's heritage. I'd like to nominate the team from Paris, a cool name, Surrendering Bitches. Each time they run out in the tunnel, they come out with a white flag. That would be on point. You're not wrong.
Wouldn't be very entertaining, but yeah, I suppose.
I think I'd enjoy watching that.
I mean, once or twice, but every week it's like, wow, the Surrendering Bitches lost again.
Well, yeah, that's every week.
Yeah, I mean,
you might as well throw the Italians that white flag too. Ladies
why
and
are you going to
gentlemen, time now for On This Date in Big George's sports history. Back in the year 1998, New York Jets quarterback Vinny Testaverde was ruled to have scored on a 5-yard quarterback sneak with 20 seconds left against the Seattle Seahawks, even though replay showed he never got in the end zone. The Jets won the game 32-31, and the missed call caused the NFL to adopt instant replay in 1999. If Seattle had won, they'd have earned a wild card spot, but instead they missed the playoffs, and Ralph cried in his pillow all night long. I just added that part. No, the other part was Dennis Erickson got fired. But
I didn't think that.
I don't mind
there. Yeah.
since it happened to the Seahawks.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And it gave us instant replay, which is a thing that they only barely use well, but I can't imagine life without it.
Yeah. No, I guess some things happen for a reason. Cardinal Art says if the NFL decides to ban the tush push, may as well ban the quarterback sneak. Love you, Randy. Middle finger, Jeffco. Thanks, Cardinal Art.
Wow.
Suffering A's fan says, oh, I don't even mind. That's like a high five for me.
Yeah.
Damn. Suffering A's fan says, what would even be the banned part of the tush push? You can't push somebody forward?
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, that's what they're saying.
That was
You
what the
can't pull
rule
them
was
forward.
before. So it would just go back to what it was prior to them allowing that.
NFL HR says Chief Skull. They're involved there now. So it's a sexual harassment policy that outlaws any tush push. It's not like you're coming up behind him going, nice ass, grandma. You're just trying to get a quarterback forward.
All tush pushes are consensual. Everybody knows this.
Moist one says, the Rams were good in 1999, so I'm sure Ralph was fine. That's a good point.
Damn.
No, that's true. Fish Tank says, hey, didn't Whedon go to the military first? Oh, did he? Is that what he was? Now I feel bad making fun of him.
making fun of him.
Good for him.
And then he made it to the NFL where he was terrible for a year.
Good for him. You know, with all these rule change ideas and people whining and complaining about this and that, Lawrence Taylor was talking. He's like, man, if I had played by today's rules, I would have ended up owing them money, from all the fines that you would get.
Well, yes.
He's like, I don't think I could even finish a game these days. I'd be ejected. He's like, yeah, it just changed too much.
These leagues want so much offense. They baby offensive players. And this is NBA. This is NFL too. You can't play defense anymore. It's not that that people don't try. You just can't.
Lawrence Taylor is saying, he's like, yeah, a couple of weeks ago, I saw DeAndre Swift got fined for trucking. And I said, what the hell's trucking? He got fined for running over a defensive back.
He did what every coach tells you to do. He lowered his pads and he ran over a dude, which every coach would want. You're coaching, you're in practice, you're Nick Sirianni, you see DeAndre Swift run over a man and you're like, oh, do that in a game. That's awesome. Then he does it in a game and the league finds him. What can you do, man?
I do not understand why. I do not understand why.
I saw a guy get fined, and I can't remember his name right now off the top of my head. It was a special teams play. It was hit the punt returner. It was just a tackle. Flags came out.
The one in the Colts game?
Yes.
He got fined?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
There were no flags on the field.
Okay, so it wasn't flags. They fined him, though.
Oh, my God. Now I'm upset. I'm going to go lay down. See you guys tomorrow. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.